Now let's begin the session.
The Magispheres.
We are live as of 40 minutes ago, but for the recording we just started.
What?
Oh my group S&E, let's play Sword World 2.5. Let's welcome back our guests. Kip the Kobold.
Hello.
Shinju the Fluorite.
Yep.
Hannah the Baba Yaga Weakling.
You know it.
And our totally human, Kim Yosa.
Allegedly.
Everyone except Hannah thinks it's Baba Yaga in the party.
Or second Baba Yaga.
Yeah, obviously.
Clearly a Baba Yaga. Why else would he have his eyes covered?
We might call him Blind Yaga instead.
Wow. Alright, so last we left off, we finished the Briar and Brambles quest line. You saved poor Luke, brought him back to his family under...
I mean, we kind of did.
You brought him back. I mean, full stop. You brought him back, albeit within a demon frog, but he was taken back directly to his family. And you got paid. On our way back from UC's and Granzale, you discovered that a Sword Labyrinth had opened up inside of Harves itself. Clearly, this is a ploy to steal some of Granzale's thunder, as it were. But, sorry guys, forgive me, I am recovering off of a sinus cold.
No forgiveness.
But you took a mission from Granzale. You're heading back to Harves. You spent your time off wisely, I'd hope. So we will start our session at the North Gates. Or, actually, no, my bad. The East Gates. Is there anything you guys would like to do before beginning the dive into the sword dungeon? Would you like to go to the Adventurers Guild for your party? Which I am having trouble finding. Oh, it's all the way at the North Gate.
And Dragonfire is all the way there at the very top on the, what is that, left, right? I can tell my left from my right, just give me a second.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I think I wanted to,
Put your hand up and figure out which one's left and which one's right.
we need to upgrade our ranks here, right? Because we didn't want to at the other place.
Yes. This is where we were gonna spend our reputation and stuff. I already did it on the character sheet for myself, but...
I did not. I thought about it, but since we decided we were waiting, and I figured there was a potential, or the potential for hiccups along the way, I didn't presume we'd be able to get back home and spend it there without encounters.
Hey, I can undo it. It's just putting 25 more rep back on my sheet.
But yeah, it's 25 or... where's the rank thing? I know it's in here somewhere.
It's in Core Book 2. And
Book 2, that's why I'm not finding it.
I can give you a page here in a minute.
For some reason, I thought it was in Book 3.
No, Book 3 is some other stuff and the mount data.
Reputation and adventure rank. Adventurer rank. Uh, 20 gets you to dagger.
Oh, is it just 20?
Yeah, it's just 20. 30,
Yep.
a
Assuming I did
cumulative
math
50
correctly
gets
on the
you to
first
rapier.
And a total of 100, so 20, 30, 50, gets you to broadsword, which makes you full-fledged, career-oriented, and reliable adventurers. And you become multi-branch adventurers, not just independent branch Dragonfire adventurers.
Well, it's who issues the rank. You actually have to go to specific locations to be issued certain ranks, especially when you start getting up to the 2-star and beyond. You actually have to go to your guild's headquarters to be able to be issued that rank.
Yep, which fortunately we should just be able to do it at Dragonfire.
Because you are in the middle of a major city.
You know, honestly, we should be able to do it at Dragonfire up until we hit Sentinel rank.
Actually, I have to double check.
Well, Sentinel rank is when you start getting domestic joints, which we need to go for this entire region at Adventure Headquarters.
Which still might actually be here.
I don't think it would be Dragonfire.
Well,
though.
maybe not Dragonfire itself, but
Yeah, it might be in
Well,
Harves.
The Dragonfire Adventurers Guild is one of several, I don't think they're global guilds, but they're at least multi-continent guilds. Which city is the Dragonfire Adventurers Guild's headquarters actually in?
That's what I'm trying to look up. Because I actually have a copy of the Burlight Natural History Guide.
This will be something that comes into play at like level 10 or 15, right?
Yeah, it's not a big deal right now.
Yeah, I mean, for it to really start to matter, you have to have like 1,000 or more experience cumulative, or not experience, reputation cumulative.
Well, 500 is when it starts to matter because of intracity, or not. Sorry, not intracity. A domestic. We would need to go to the Dragonfire Guild headquarters in this region when we hit 500
Mhm.
rep. So again, not for a long time, but
also might actually still be here in Harves.
yeah, that might be the regional headquarters.
It might be the global headquarters for all we know.
That would be super convenient.
Wouldn't it though?
All because I decided to start you guys off here.
In one of the most story important and relevant cities on the continent. I'm not shaming you. It's a good idea. It'd just be super convenient.
Mid-sized adventures.
I mean, where else would you start adventuring but the place where you can do all the adventuring things you would ever need to do?
Starting off
I mean,
in a
that does make
small
sense.
town, somewhere away from the main city.
Nah, that sounds like a newbie mistake.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you could pull a Paizo and have some random arbitrary small town on the coast that has very surprising and curious number of adventurers for multiple adventure paths all seem to mysteriously come from.
Speaking of, I do actually have another campaign. I'm working for another group starting up. And I'm starting them in the middle of nowhere on the south bank of a river that happens to also be within a river delta. That'll be fun. But mainly because I wanted it to be close to dinosaurs and close to undead. So I could throw a zombie T-Rex at them.
Dino Dead.
No, just zombie T-Rex. We need more zombie T-Rexes in games. Alrighty. So, you trek your way what seems to be most of the morning to the Dragonfire Guild to report in. CBE is there, as always. She waves y'all down and says, "Good morning."
It's still morning?
For about, she looks at the clock, 30 seconds. Are you here for lunch or are you here to report in?
Lunch.
One can be here for two things.
I have my doubts.
We are actually here for both.
Oh, wonderful. I hope the mission for the Tablet went without issue.
Depends on your definition of the word issue. It was successful. Family reunited.
Well, I heard there were ogres in the area, so I wasn't sure if y'all had run into that.
So it's more than just a rumor.
We may or may not have a couple of petitions to handle some of the issues, but our branches in Granzale and or near Granzale and UCs are taking care of it.
Well, best of luck. I know the UC's branch is trying to keep a lid on pretty much anything going on around them. I doubt they'll be cooperative.
As long as you're not dealing with the... Please, for the love of God, tell me I wrote down his name. I did not write down his name, did I? It doesn't matter. I don't like dealing with that adventurer's branch anyway. Some sort of Tien.
Did you give us his name?
I am almost certain I did.
And if you did, I don't have it in my notes either.
Because I played him off as some Zap Brannigan-esque. Idro, the Tien. From the Mages of Heroics Guild.
Okay.
And I actually need to write that down. Because I actually plan to use him later.
Do we know the name of our, branch leader?
You would ask me after I had that one closed.
Yes, we would.
Did I save the page?
Save the date.
So there are two interesting people here. Other than CBE, you have Lena Berkman, who serves as one of the guild's poster girls. And then Bolton Berkman. Love that alliteration. Human, male, age 52, veteran adventurers. Or he deals with veteran adventurers. But he's the branch chief.
Okay. Much appreciated, Mr. DM, sir.
I love when I don't have to come up with things off the top of my head or out of the pocket of my most rearest of ends.
I promise it's not nepotism whatsoever that Lena's the poster girl. It's just a coincidence.
Totally coincidence. Let me finish writing this down so I don't lose it and I can just look at it next time. Mages of Itro. Tien.
We came back as soon as possible after dealing with a private matter in UC's. We heard that there was a shallow abyss that opened within the city's borders.
No, not a shallow abyss. A sword labyrinth, actually. Similar, but different in some ways. So, we're not sure where, but one of the replicas of the Swords of Creation, I guess was found and brought to the city, and something has created a dungeon of sorts underneath the barracks. Not accessible via the barracks, unless you can fit down a a flushable pipe. But
I'm afraid Kip would clog it.
well, as long as there isn't any undead hand coming up to reach him, that should be fine. Initial investigations have seen undead creatures in that sword labyrinth. So we think that whoever has claimed the that replica may be an undead of some sort. Which also means it's an undead of intelligence.
I'm sure that narrows it down.
I would happen to leave my monstrous lore book downstairs to flip through while we're going through this, but yes, it does narrow it down quite a bit.
How so? Do we have any indication that this is a known threat instead of a new intelligent undead?
Well, there aren't too many intelligent undead. It's possible there's a mutation to this creature, but without delving deeper into the Sword Labyrinth, we'd be unable to tell. Which is why we actually posted the that mission in Grand Zale, since they have the most experience with Sword Labyrinths.
Yeah, so about that, we may have accepted being one of the teams sent to investigate it.
Eep.
If you were hoping for if you were hoping for Grand Zale experts, we can go back.
No. It's fine. Were you able to gather any information about Sword Labyrinths while you were there?
Not while we were there. We're actually hoping you could point us to the direction of Professor Cogsworth. He apparently lives somewhere in the city.
Yes.
We were told by the receptionist at Harves that he is who we should speak to. Sorry, Grenzales, not Harves.
Yes. I can certainly get you his contact information. He lives in Old Town. Mainly because it's the closest building to the museum and library where a lot of his functions are held. But it should be no problem for me to get you his contact.
If you could set up a meeting with him, that would be perfect. But we can always go there ourselves if that's not something you can offer.
If you give me a bit, we might be able to get you in for either this evening or tomorrow. He is a professor over there, and his duties are not massive, but important.
You need not explain to me the import of educators. Of course. This evening or tomorrow would be well within the expected time frame of the Sword Labyrinth stability.
Very well. I will get that set up. She writes some notes down and asks, is there anything else I can help you with while you're here?
We were hoping to, since we have a few quests under our belt, officiate ourselves as a proper adventuring party.
I'm assuming just the three of you. She looks...
She kind of looks down at Kip. Why just three of us? Has something occurred?
I'm not part of the guild.
Sibsy will gesture to his comment.
Just kind of like blank stare, the equivalent of a loading screen on a human being. How have you been accepting jobs if you're not a member? How are you with us?
I don't accept jobs.
You quite literally get paid for them. I've seen you get your cut.
Oh, I get a cut. I just don't accept jobs. I help
Pays out
others do
values to
jobs.
each member of the party. Are you like some sort of mercenary?
Oh, basically.
How peculiar. I should like to know more of your story, Kip.
It is complicated. At least our association with him. We certainly don't hand him missions, but when something that seems to fit his particular set of expertise comes up, we are not opposed to recommending him for joining other parties that have it.
To keep this official, is there a way you could have Kip labeled as a retainer of the three of us? So that the guild still recognizes him as a member in case of some sort of emergency.
You want Kip, who's going to be with you during your adventures, to be a sort of emergency contact?
No, officially recognized as the guild as a retainer of sorts to our party. For example, say the three of us are indisposed, and Kip is the only one able to get to not this branch of the Dragonfire Guild to report that we need help. Something on the record saying that he is officially associated with us would alleviate a lot of potential anxiety.
We can certainly put it in the footnotes of your official joining of the guild.
Are you okay with that, Kip? It might require some additional paperwork, but I don't mind helping you through it.
Sure. I mean, I'm not always in town, though, so...
I'm not expecting you to dedicate your lives to us.
Anywho,
If I have to sign anything, I'll just put my handprint on it.
That works. That's a kobold signature. You try to hold a quill with dog paws.
technically speaking, don't have dog paws, but yes.
It's just kind of a wonder that I use a crossbow.
I'm not even going to begin to understand how dog paws would make a crossbow work. Let's just assume that they are normal hands.
It's just a really big trigger that he uses his whole paw to push down.
Very dexterous paws.
I've been picturing him with more raccoon hands than anything.
I've been picturing him with dog paws. It's a fantasy. A crossbow is like the least offensive weapon a dog could use.
This is true. But if I duct taped daggers to his arms, he'd be good too. Alright. Sibsy brings out the paperwork. There are plenty of sections for things like legacy or heritage, trainings, etc., specialities, whatever. And most importantly of all, what would you like to name your group?
I have thought about this over the holidays. I have a couple ideas. The first one is Renegade Star, based on the fact that we have a bunch of shiny people and Kip is a renegade. Wow, just no feedback at all. Cool.
I was waiting for you to
It's
reveal
like
the
you're
full
continuing.
list of
You said you
ideas
had
you
a
had.
few.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
cute.
just expected feedback from the first one. Anyway, there's Renegade Star. There's crap. It was something with blood. I think it was the Old Bloods. Because we all represent older races from a previous age.
I'm 5.
I said represent.
That was a great answer. That was a great answer. Oh. All right.
Let's see, Wayward Star.
I mean, I do have blood.
Old Blood. An edgy one I thought of was Dark Justice, both because Justice is blind with Kimyosa, and because we're all barbarous races. So that could
Shinju
be
isn't.
a fun tongue-in-cheek one.
Shinju's not barbarous.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you're a rock person. You don't just find those on the street.
I mean, fair enough. But
I mean, you kind of do in this setting.
yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, there are other fluorites that you can't just pick off the street. But this fluorite, a little more common.
Yeah. By the way, my heritage is Mount Severus, or whatever it's called.
Your heritage is what?
That mountain
Oh,
over
you're
there.
a local. You live in this town.
I know you just pulled that out of your butt.
Well, I've been saying that I was just bored from like a random mountain, but I mean, it might as well be the one that's right there. Makes sense why Shinju's here and why she doesn't really know what's going on.
That's actually fair.
But yeah, no, I think both Renegade Star and Blind Justice are appropriately Chuny.
I like Renegade Star more than Blind Justice.
Well, it was Dark Justice, not Blind Justice. But Blind Justice would work. Feels kind of, I don't know, offensive to Kimmy.
Renegade Star, I think, also wins the edge for me.
Yeah, I like Renegade Star a lot. That's why I pitched it first. That's the one that stuck with me the most.
My only problem with it is it sounds like Outlaw Star.
One of my favorite animes, by the way.
Yeah, that only sounds like a good thing to me.
Yeah.
I will always remember that particular one for the episode that Toonami felt they had to completely remove from the series.
What episode was that?
The Hot Springs episode. Instead of trying to cut or edit it
man.
for an American audience, they just completely skipped that entire
No,
episode.
wait,
Shame on them.
wasn't it the lava episode?
What lava episode?
I thought she was in lava.
Why are you calling me
Yeah,
Chuny?
that's this hot spring episode.
That's not hot spring, man. That's lava.
It was the only hot spring hot enough for her.
The irony is that's the episode he gets the last two special caster rounds in.
Yeah,
and
it was
never
legit
know how he got them.
It's a legit important story beat.
As every Hot Springs episode is.
Debatable. I would say at least 75% are important story beats. There are those 25% that are like, why?
I've never seen such an episode.
I am loath to think of one that isn't at the moment. Because even the Gate episode where they went to a hot springs was a bit of an important story beat.
All right, I am medicined up and back. I missed anything important while I was gone?
Just that all Hot Springs episodes are important episodes.
It's true.
But yeah, I think that was everything. If we
All right, Renegade Star. I guess the Renegade Stars, because there's 4 of us.
You can just label yourselves as Renegade Star. Not gonna lie, I really love the fact that I can mute myself like this, but I need to get me one of those.
You totally didn't.
Yeah, you
didn't
No, no,
at
no,
all.
no. I didn't mute myself for you guys. I muted myself for the stream and the recording.
Oh,
Does
okay.
that
also
button to mute your
for the
mic?
recording?
Do what?
Does that also mute you for the recording?
Yes.
Okay, good.
But now it makes us look like we're crazy.
That
No. Now I'm not muted. Y'all can hear me.
Yeah,
No.
but we just brought up something that apparently no one else hears.
Yeah, but I already apologized for having a sinus infection. I'm fairly certain everybody understands that.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
No understanding.
Does your mic itself not have a mute button on it?
It does. I just don't recall what my hotkey was for the mute.
that's not a
No,
button.
that's not a button.
Oh, you mean my mic?
Yeah.
That is just floating next to my head? No.
Yeah.
No, it does not just have a random mute button.
Oh, are you using a proper headset mic?
No, I'm not using a headset mic. I'm using a microphone and a
Apparently
headset.
he's a wizard and it's just floating.
Then what kind of 1994 microphone are you using that doesn't have a mute button on board?
Yeah, that's weird. That's pretty strange.
It is the blue snowball.
Dude, he's getting a Dell.
Excuse me as I just stare at my blue model microphone and look directly into the mute button.
Where's the mute button?
If you look into the mute button, it looks back. Watch out.
No, it's fine.
Seriously, I don't see a
Me and
mic.
the Decepticons that live in my computer, we have an arrangement.
That's nice.
I see a glowing dot, but I don't see a mute on the
That glowing dot
microphone.
is the mute button.
I cannot press the glowing dot.
That is weird. You must have like one of the Traveler compact models or something.
That's got to be like an old version.
I mean, it was cheap.
Oh yeah, because it's a $22 mic. No wonder it doesn't have a mute button.
What do you mean? No wonder it doesn't have a mute button.
It's
They took
too
it off
cheap
to
have
save
standard
money.
features.
Oh, this has gotten so off track.
Yeah.
Keep the off track.
This will be cut for the Patreon exclusive.
If I had a Patreon,
You could just make one.
Oh.
why?
Subscribe to our Patreon to hear 20 minutes of us berate Dia for not having a good microphone.
Yeah.
Do that
Maybe
for
if enough
free.
people subscribe, you'll be able to buy a microphone with a freaking mute button on it. What the
I know, right? That'd be awesome. But no,
What's
the
happening?
microphone was actually I don't remember me paying that much for it. I'm pretty sure I only paid like $40 or $30. But
If you paid $40 for
You
it,
got scammed.
but what I really want to do is get one of those little fancy stream decks that I can just press and play. That'll mute everything for me.
I feel like you should worry about your microphone situation before you start worrying about your Stream Deck situation.
My
I mean,
micro-
the Stream
my
Deck
microphone
will
is
have
fine.
an audio gate built into it, so
Exactly.
like his mic is already a pretty good quality. It's not a quality problem.
It's just a feature problem.
About this dungeon.
Yeah.
Right. As we
about Professor Rupert Cogsworth.
Yes, Rupert Cogsworth.
You tell us it's a dungeon. You go in the dungeon. You kill stuff in the dungeon. You leave the dungeon.
Well,
I mean,
it's a sword
you could-
dungeon, so there's no guarantee it's a killed stuff dungeon. Though it is undead, so it probably is.
Can this place be like cold or hot? Just need to know.
Why?
It's a labyrinth, a sword labyrinth, a labyrinth made of swords,
It
or something
is.
like that.
So I know from experience that places that are below ground are typically colder if they're surrounded by water.
I'm debating on buying a survival coat in case I need to be
Well,
insulated from heat. or
But
cold.
I
You don't have
don't
one of those
thi-
already?
Sword labyrinths
Don't
are
think-
like shallow abysses in that they can have their own like environments and biomes in them.
Yeah.
But unlike shallow abysses, they're still tied to reality. So it's not like we're going to be going to a snowy mountaintop if we go down into the barracks.
Look, rule number 1 of Kip is being prepared. If you looked at most of my inventory, I have odds and ends random items.
I mean,
I have like 8 healing potions that apparently I can't use on most of you.
it's just one of us that
It's
can't
just one of you that can't use the healing potion.
The one that gets hit the most.
Yeah, that's why she
But when has she gotten damaged in the last 2 sessions?
Look,
Like, seriously, I think she
very
took a
hard.
total of like 5 damage last session.
yeah, but she has like 8 health.
She has more
That's
than
what the
that.
7 billion
Yeah,
mana is
It was
for.
the session before that. I took a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's true. You did almost go down a couple times.
Nah, they were fine. So, anywho, do we want to say next day and just skip ahead in time?
If that's when we're meeting the professor, I don't have anything left to do. Anyone
Yep.
else?
I'm gonna go buy that survival coat.
Instead of buying the survival coat, how about you buy yourself a condo in one of the areas of Harves?
No, I don't have to. I stay at the inn where my sister works.
You have a sister?
It's in my backstory that I wrote and showed you.
Shame.
You can't expect the GM to read.
She's actually gonna be. You said we had like cohorts or something. Like if you're not here, like your secondary character. That was gonna be my secondary character.
That's not what I.
That's not
That's
how
not
that
how
works.
that works at all.
Actually,
That's not what I
it's-
wanted you to do.
You didn't actually explain how fellows work. Fellows
Yeah.
are like the NPC versions of us that
Yes.
Gia can quickly reference and roll stuff off of.
Yes, that is exactly what I wanted.
It's basically your character sheet boiled down to a more simplified form with, I don't want to say cardboard AI, but basic action patterns under what conditions you would take what actions kind of
Why
thing.
couldn't that just be my character sister then?
Why would
Because
it
it's
be
still
your
your
character's
character.
sister?
I mean,
It has to be someone, right?
You!
you.
That's what
Oh.
we're saying.
This is just you boiled down to a quick reference sheet that I can play off of.
I thought it was someone else.
No.
It's I understand Dia didn't actually explain what fellows were. So
No,
I
he literally
understand the
said-
confusion.
He literally said, "Hey, if you're not gonna be here, remember to make your fellow." And I'm like, "What does that mean?" And he's like, "That's it. Goodbye."
Yeah, this is totally Dia's fault.
God bless America, stop blaming me!
Stop doing
You're the
things.
DM.
Learn English!
I literally
Yeah,
asked.
just okay.
I literally asked. I'm like, "Hey, when should we make these fellows?" And you said, "You should already have it done." And I'm like, "I don't know what I'm supposed to do though."
Yeah, so
No,
if you
I
go to
said
character sheet,
have
you
it done before
like
the
a
next
fellow
time.
tab,
You have to.
all you have to do is set up your action table and like memo and settings and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a fellow tab.
Yeah, if you go to your character sheet, there's a little fellow slider that you can toggle on and off. To the right of your name and class layout.
Oh, there's a fellow tab.
Yeah.
I literally asked him, like, "Hey, if you're not gonna be here, remember to make your fellow." And I'm like, "I don't know what I'm supposed to do though."
Besides the grace checkbox
see,
that I
that's
don't
not a tab.
understand
That's
either.
It's a toggle.
Yeah, I said tab. That's on me.
Oh my.
Okay. Apparently, I'm not the only one that can English. Thank you, Hannah. I feel a little bit more vindicated here.
I'm not vindicated.
You should.
I shouldn't be
You didn't do
vindicated.
anything wrong. What would you have to be vindicated for?
Apparently, all the misconceptions we have with what I say and what you guys do.
Yeah.
A small child accosts you. Yep. Clearly, the small child is about to stab you in the leg. That one is 100%. No, I get some of it. I'll take some of the blame. The word accosting, when in conversation, may have different connotations versus how you read it within a book. I should not DM like I'm reading from a book.
So
Then
everyone who's used to watching stuff like Matt Mercer run a game, this is what a real game is like. Where you spend 20 minutes discussing semantic arguments you had 6 sessions ago.
my guy, this is why I've been calling you guys the pedantic party in the initiative order.
As you should.
My girl.
Okay, well, regardless, I'm gonna buy that coat and then go back to the inn.
Okay.
It's clearly in my backstory.
As Hannah said, when you get a chance, please fill out your action table so I can utilize your characters when you're missing. Luckily, they fixed these sheets to just have that right then and there with you to use it for. I'm going to have to actually edit some of my own NPCs to
Just won't miss any sessions. That won't matter. Easy.
Yeah, I know sections.
Prinny. Nobody is terminally online like you and I.
Asmo right there. Come on.
Okay, that is. I don't know how to do it.
So,
It would be genuinely easier to fill out the demon action chart than the action table, because I'm just gonna be writing on action table like 7 times, hit thing with hammer.
there's also monster knowledge. Your sage ability.
You mean the thing you roll for free at the start of combat?
So don't you just want to do it in the middle of combat? Just, give yourself a quick refresher.
Yeah, just
Is that a wolf?
let me think about it.
I'm gonna take this turn to think about that.
Yep, still a wolf. Crazy how that works.
Shit, that thing
Alright.
still does have 4 legs.
So you are given
It's crazy.
you were given a card or a slip of paper with an address on it, and you make your way to that address. You are met with some mild confusion, as the address seems to have taken you to a building labeled Burlight Express.
Whoa, guys. It's early in the morning, but,
Kip, I'm going to ask this. What do you think, what do the words Burlight Express
starts with
say
bird.
to you?
Also,
Okay.
could be anything.
Burlight is the name of the region you're in?
Oh yeah, I guess the region.
The Burlight District? I already know what goes on in the Burlight District.
You're thinking burlesque.
Could be like red light, perlite, it's something.
Shinju, bad. Bad Shinju.
Yeah, it's just like, it's really fast.
So there should be like 2 ideas coming to mind here. Neither of them are Gentlemen's Club.
I said train.
Also no.
Gentleman's
but
Train.
Good guess. That was actually a good guess.
I don't know. Is it?
It's-
this whole city's river based. Is it like a gondola service?
Oh, Gentleman's Boat.
Kip, I'm about to take away one of your fumbles for the evening.
That
pushed
makes sense.
Kobold into the river.
It's a package delivery service.
Oh, okay.
You actually recognize the symbol, which oddly enough is a gondola. and I am actually kind of upset with myself that I didn't make this.
A gauntlet or the
The logo. So it's essentially just a gondola with burlight, or in a circle with burlight on top, express on the bottom. If anybody recognizes the reference, kudos.
I have to see it.
I mean, the only thing that comes to mind is the Pony Express, and that wasn't a logo thing, so
Is it
no idea.
Futurama?
Yeah.
That was my first guess on just based on you saying Express.
Also, the Farnsworth comment, like. 20
No,
minutes
I didn't put that together.
ago.
You're literally getting hit Cogsworth and Farnsworth?
I got Express and that was it. As soon as you said Delivery and Express.
Cogsworth that like worked as an artificer.
I am disappointed in all of you except Dia.
Why would I assume it's
But I do.
Futurama? I don't live my life around that show.
But Dia does.
Yeah.
As
But
anyone who's talked to him
Look,
before
look.
the 10 minutes
Hey,
know.
Shinju, give her a break. She doesn't know me as well as everybody else.
That's true. I know Dia, passingly.
Anywho. Alright. So what wanted to get information from this guy about?
Sword Labyrinth.
So,
Yeah, but apparently we're at
you walk in and you are greeted with his assistant. A female rune folk, as far as you can tell.
As far as we can tell, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Should I
Well,
speak
she's
in
femme
magic tech?
presenting. That's all that matters. Hannah will put on a smile and give the assistant the slip of paper. Good morning, miss. We're here to speak with Professor Cogsworth. I believe the Dragonfire Guild had this arranged on our behalf.
Ah, yes. Thank you.
Sibsy should have spoken to you, or someone in your position.
Yes, give me a minute. Let me go grab him. He is working with a not rhesus monkey on a project. And
what?
she walks away before you finish your what question. Leaving you kind of sitting in the front room. What seems to be a double door on both sides. Some couches. From the outside, you do recall some sort of observatory near the front with a tower or turret-esque tower on the front of the building.
Turning on
A
the
lot of
wall.
words to say there's a big telescope.
Yeah.
Hannah will sit down. She doesn't know what a rhesus or a monkey is, so she has no further comments on the assistant's commentary.
Alrighty. Professor Cogsworth shuffles in. He's wearing a white lab coat. He has a bit of a hunch. Very thick glasses, an extremely bald head. What seem to be very comfortable pants. Some sort of shirt underneath, and of course his evening slippers.
Good morning, Professor Cogsworth.
Greetings. And I will have to work on his voice later.
He just doesn't feel good today.
Yeah, right? He must have a sinus infection.
It's tragic. It's going around.
So you all are... Who again?
We are the Renegade Star, an adventuring group that's operating on behalf of both Granzale and the Dragonfire Guild of Harves. to investigate the Sword Labyrinth that recently opened beneath the barracks of this city. We were told you were the foremost expert, that the guilds of Granzale typically rely on you, and we should come to you ourselves.
I see. Well, come in, come in. I apologize for not meeting you at my offices at the library or the museum. As you see, I have a local home business to fund my research. And
It's no trouble.
he leads you into his, not his lab, but more of the office space. There's a large table with a kitchenette nearby. There appear to be several people half working and doing things. One appears to be a red-headed fellow. The other one appears to be a magitech of some sort. So, what can I help you with?
Anything you can tell us about a sword dungeon that would or that would come into existence beneath a population center involving undead? Unless the barracks are somehow connected to the city's main graveyard.
No, the cemetery is on the far side of the city. Near the south gate? The sluice gate? Yes, if I recall correctly. Many undead there. I mean, maybe many undead there. But not under the barracks from what I was told. They
Which
don't
is
usually
why
bury their
the
dead.
guilds believe that the sword dungeons or the sword labyrinth's initial opening may have involved or drawn the attention of an intelligent undead that is attempting to make it its domain.
Well, we are on the Warda River and in a delta. Maybe an undead creature floated down from the river?
How often do intelligent undead just float down the river?
I guess it depends on how buoyant they are.
How often
Well,
do sword
that-
labyrinths create themselves underneath population centers?
Well, you've been to Granzale, yes?
Yes, but they built that city around that one.
Yes, but there's new sword dungeons popping up there all the time. So good news! We might have our own set of vacation spots for adventurers now. Anywho, let's take a look, shall we? He shuffles over to his shelf of many things and pulls out a book. Mostly sword dungeons are created when replicas of the swords of creation have been created and captured by something and then form around his idea of a labyrinth. As he flips his book to the right page, which, lucky for me, I'm already on. So, sword labyrinths are places where monsters can be summoned and forced to act as dangerous guardians. So, if it is an undead that created it, he is pulling undead from somewhere else. Or creating them. But the swords reflect the consciousness of their original owners. Making me believe that this may be a sword. The second sword? Second sword. Which would explain why the undead is intelligent. Maybe the second sword replica has given him said intelligence. But that might also mean that the undead is new undead. Otherwise, this might have been created somewhere else.
Why would Harves bring a replica of the second sword into the city?
Are you certain it was Harves that brought the sword into the city?
According to what we know from CBE and the information around this quest, the city knowingly brought in a sword replica.
Well, CBE probably knew that Labyrinth are created with sword replicas. I don't know if they brought in one, though. Also, wouldn't explain why there was a sword dungeon created if the sword wasn't somewhere underground or controlled by the original owner.
This is why we've come to you. My expertise start and stop with Abyss. Couldn't tell you the first thing about swords.
Well, they're these pointy things with handles instead of shafts.
Swords with a capital S, Professor.
Oh.
Yeah, S words.
Those are just the ones that come at the start of a sentence, right?
Now is not time for jokes, Kimio, sir. We might have an entire undead plague on our hands. If the intelligent undead, the original owner of a replica of the second sword, this has become a lot more important to be dealt with quickly. Undead have this nasty habit of when you leave them alone, they grow exponentially.
Well, on good note, these replicas have far less power than their originals. They were created around the magic civilization, not the Magitech civilization. Those would be the swords of protection. It is odd that an undead slipped into the city past a sword of protection, though, which we do have. Sorry.
Well, if your theory is correct, and the dungeon was opened beneath the barracks in secret, it's possible that there is some network of connecting tunnels that lead beneath, to the very least, the barracks.
Yes, that would be the sewers.
Are there swords of protection stationed in the sewers?
No. But if you want to know more about the sewers, your point of contact would probably be... whose name I actually do have written down. Balnum Melyat. Oh. Yeah, Melyat. He's a dwarven engineer that works there. And a friend of mine. But again, if you...
be our best bet in getting into the actual Sword Labyrinth.
Certainly your quickest bet to getting in there. Luckily, some adventurers handled a snake issue from a couple months back. So you should only be having to deal with... what was the thing he said was in the sewers. Some sort of crocodile. That said, there are several entrances he can help you find. The important thing is to capture that sword replica, and it may even still be a replica of the first sword.
How many swords are there?
3. The third one splintered herself infinitely, and that is what makes up the sword shards, are fragments of her.
That is the current belief, yes.
That was out of character.
I'm assuming Kim Yosa asked in character how many swords there are?
Both.
So, there are 3 swords of creation. Lumiere, Ignis, and Cardia. Cardia, the third sword of creation. The sword of magic, the sword of grief, the source of mana, etc., etc. Splintered during the first era, the War of the Gods. The first sword, the sword of harmony, is the sword of humanity. It was initially owned by Lithos before it went dormant and disappeared from the world. Well, from our eyes at least. Lithos was the first god. The second sword of Genesis, Ignis, would attach itself to Dulcrum, one of the malevolent gods, the first of said gods, the god of war. And the god of Barbarous. Then they had a fun little war that would break out, destroy half the world, then eventually calm down, which would then eventually give way to the magic civilization. Many of the more powerful replicas of the magic swords were created during the War of the Gods. However, replicas of the replicas of the replicas were created after the fact during the magic civilization. For reasons unknown. Other than to replicate the swords and gain power and do things. But the valuable thing about these copies was that normal humans could wield them without needing a divine spark.
I'm assuming it's hard to get one of those.
Given the size of the current dungeon, do we know how big it is thus far?
Do we?
No.
Out of character, I don't remember being told that.
It hasn't spread much further than the area of about the size of the barracks itself.
So just the size of the mountain. Got it.
Not the training grounds, just the barracks area. So probably just 1, maybe 2 of those blocks. Down here.
That still looks like 2 city blocks, but okay.
Yeah, but 2 city blocks versus an entire district are 2 different things. Anyway, I believe in the report it hasn't mentioned the exact size, but says the initial entrance wasn't that large. Take that for what it is. So, Cogsworth will continue. If the dungeon isn't that large, it's not likely that it is from one of the first 3 generations of replication. So you're probably not looking at anything devastating.
Great.
But I'm fairly certain the guild is going to want the replica if found.
Guilds always wanting stuff, aren't they?
Yes, they are. But they are thought to be the crystallizations of... Oh, that is sword shards. You can actually find lesser magic swords in... whatchamacallit? Granzale. Sword Labyrinth can be found all over the world. In many cases, a sword may reside beneath ancient crumbling ruins where the barbarous or mythical beasts make their lairs. Among the labyrinth, one of the largest is an underground mega dungeon rumored to have more than 50 floors. It is said that the hundreds of adventurers have braved the depths and not one has reached the final level. Around such extensive labyrinth, towns and cities often spring up, serving those who come to attempt to triumph over the dungeon. The neat thing about Granzale is there's like sword labyrinths within the sword labyrinth, so multiple magic swords reside in Granzale. Like multiples upon multiples of magic swords reside in Granzale.
It's Inception, got it.
More likely the site of some long forgotten battlefield from the first generation, or from the first era. At least above board, that's my interpretation of it. Anywho, I hope that answers most of your questions. I, too, am more of a abyssal researcher? Or shallow abyss researcher?
Interesting.
Yes. I've been trying to get my hands on abyss shards for the longest time.
What would make you wish to acquire them?
To help fund my research. Or, not fund, but progress my research. Like right now, I'm trying to work on a type of communication device that could work between the guilds and party members when they enter shallow abysses. Because as you know, once you enter a shallow abyss, you can't leave it until you break the core, as far as I know. So a communication device to the shallow abyss would be most beneficial. Would you not agree?
I'm more worried about what would come out. Once
Oh,
you break that veil, even just a little, you invite whatever lingers between realities.
We are already seeing that veil broken by the daemons. Why not break it ourselves? That way we can at least get our men out.
We are already seeing the cities swallowed by hordes of barbarous. Why not kill everyone ourselves?
A lot of paperwork.
Yes, a lot of paperwork. But, I mean, is this any different than, say, using a bloodstone to gauge the power level of an abyss?
Yes, because you're not actively sending something outside of an abyss that you're in.
Technically speaking, we're not sending stuff in or out more than, say, voices.
I will not begrudge you of your research. Just know that you have at least one voice that thinks it is too risky to be worth it.
Well, if you have any other questions, I feel like I am making a lot of progress on the abyssal subfrequencies. And I would certainly enjoy some assistance in testing theories if it ever comes up.
I will give it some thought. The sword dungeon takes priority, though.
Of course.
Any other questions from the rest of you? I believe I've gotten all that I know how to ask for.
No, my brain's turning to mush.
Nothing from Shinju.
Well, if your brain is turning to mush, I do have a little hat that can help with that.
Do I have to pay for the hat?
Of course. These things are not cheap. It is essentially a bowler cap with the same stats as a magic item, which actually does exist. It's an accessory.
Is it the headband of concentration?
It is the headband of concentration. And it only costs 200 gamel plus 10 reputation. Oh, you don't have 3 levels of sage?
No, I have no levels of sage.
There was another one I think that just added.
I'm not buying it.
Oh, here it is, the monster knowledge cap.
I'm not buying it.
It's a pointed hat.
The monster Knowledge cap.
It's only 12,000.
3,000.
Oh, I'm looking at the point hat of wisdom. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the +2 monster knowledge hat.
No, I don't have 3,000. I don't want that anyway. Well, look at the time. It's time to go eat lunch.
So you go eat lunch.
Anything from Kimiosa before we go off?
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Hey, Lancer, stop touching, buddy. Come here. Sorry, the dog was scratching at the floor.
Trying to dig.
He is a dwarf and he digs a hole. Diggy
What's wrong
diggy
with the second
hole.
floor?
Diggy diggy hole. Yes, we are on the second floor.
Well, it'll be an awkward thing when we get through.
Or a quick way to get to the kitchen.
He just knows something you don't.
Alrighty. Eating lunch and finding this dwarf that engineers as a toilet man. Custodial engineer.
Yep. Balnum.
So you make your way to Balnum's area of expertise. What can I do you for?
Good afternoon. I am Hannah. We are here on behalf of both Granzales and Harves' Dragonfire Adventuring Guilds. We are the Renegade Star, and we were hoping you could, if not be our guide, then show us the way to get underneath the barracks through the city's sewer system. We believe that will give us the most direct access to the Sword Labyrinth that has opened up.
I see. Well, your best bet is going to be either getting in through Old Town or the public baths.
Is one preferable to the other?
Not really. To get to the barracks, you'll have to get to Newtown and then make your way from the Newtown sewage up into the barracks maintenance tunnels. Either way, it might be a slog, and you might run into some trouble.
Yes, we were told something about a crocodile.
Oh, Big Frankie? He ain't hurt no one. Particularly after the incident with the snakes has been taken care of.
What?
Oh, is he intelligent?
Gods no. He's the dumbest crocodile I've ever met.
Is he disarmed?
What do you mean disarmed? He's got 4 of them.
Well, you said he's no trouble now.
Well, you do know crocodiles don't eat very much. Or very often. They eat a lot, but they don't eat very often. So as long as you haven't run into Frankie while he's hungry, you're fine.
Like, how we know if he ate or not?
Is he attacking you or not?
So he's totally safe if you don't see him.
Yes, and he's mostly safe even if you do see him. Just avoid the water. These sewage tunnels are huge. You do realize that, right?
I don't hang out in the sewage tunnels.
Well, not only do they contain all of the sewage from above, but they kind of integrate with the gondola systems and everything too. Not with them in particular, but you know, the whole the canals and everything. Not gondola, canal systems and everything. Everything's connected.
Are you gonna say the gondolas run on sewage?
Only on Tuesdays.
Let's go avoid this Frankie.
Should we bring an emergency goat to throw at Frankie?
Emergency.
An emergency
Oh.
note?
How much do you think an emergency goat is?
There isn't a tab for like livestock in the Raxia website.
I mean, it's an emergency goat. It feeds what, like a group of 6 or 7 people? So it's probably
Well,
like, you know.
Preserved food for a week is 50 gamel.
Yeah, you could preserve a goat and then make it last a week, probably.
I'm just saying,
Probably
like,
longer than a
that's
week.
probably a good amount of food.
So it's probably cheaper than that because normally things get more expensive as you process them.
Except you're also cutting it with other cheaper things like cheese and vegetables, dried rations.
I feel like cheese is more expensive than goat.
Depends on the
No,
cheese.
Because a goat makes cheese. Like,
Yeah.
a goat would be less expensive in the long run, but more expensive, like, initially.
But like
But the goat has up.
you have to. The cheese is upkeep. The cheese is massive upkeep because you have to like store that shit away for like ever. Comparatively speaking.
Yeah, but you usually make it in such large batches that it's not a problem.
Well, yeah, when you have industrialization on your side.
Anywho,
Not even industrialization.
I will say that a goat would be probably half the price of a donkey.
Yeah, that makes sense.
400 gamel.
That's a very expensive goat.
Well, I actually have rules for donkey, mule, pack horse, and camel. Work
Those are
animals.
Work animals. That's the thing. Is goats aren't work animals.
They're
They
like,
can be.
Kind of are.
You can hit.
They're not typically treated as work animals, but they absolutely can be.
Oh yeah.
I say, tell that to Thor.
Ha! To be fair, his goats can be eaten and they regenerate.
See, that'd be perfect for Frankie.
Yeah, that's
Well,
just
at that point, Frankie would just start
regenerating
befriending the goat.
would he be befriending it if he? Well, that's not that bad because a horse is 5,000 gamel.
Okay, donkeys are kind of cheap then. That changes my perspective on things. I don't know. So yeah.
Well, a pack horse
guess-
is 1,500 gamel. So nearly twice the cost of a donkey. But yes, I will say 400 gamel for a goat if you want to throw it at Frankie.
The backup goat. The emergency goat, sorry.
Probably more cost effective to just beat Frankie to death if we run into him.
Then you get the experience.
I would argue we should get the experience either way because we're dealing
Yeah.
with the encounter. But
I mean, it's only 60 experience.
yeah, I'm not that fussed about it.
am
I mean,
very
we can
fussed
always
about it.
try and use magic to get past it, but it is just an animal in theory.
Yeah.
Anywho, as long as you avoid the main junction, Frankie shouldn't be very common to see. Now the rats, that's another story.
I'd like to
So we need
remind
goats
folks,
and cheese anyway.
I'd like to remind folks, I really didn't want to go into the sewers to begin with, but here we go anyway.
Just get some big boots.
Do you have another idea of how to get into the Sword Labyrinth?
Mm. No, I do not.
We can dig.
You will need city permits to dig. As you can tell, we have a ton of canals. We don't need you digging in a place that will create a sinkhole and destroy half a city block permanently.
Valid point.
Alrighty then. If
Well, I
everybody
guess with
is...
no further objections, we go buy an emergency goat and some emergency cheese, I guess.
You can count the cheese as the dry rations for a week. And the goat, I already gave you the price on, so... If you don't end up using him, well, you can go buy a farm and start an enterprise, I guess.
With our one
The
goat.
Starship Enterprise.
burlesque goat dances.
Anywho, we have been playing for about an hour and 30 minutes. Let's take a quick 5-ish, 10-ish minute break, and then we'll get back into it.
Sounds good. Gives me time to go to the bathroom.
Marco.
Yep.
And I forgot to unmute myself for that whole conversation. Alrighty. But you see, Kimyosa, everything leads back to the sewers. Everything. Do I have a sewer map?
I can't wait to spend literal days traveling in the sewers.
No. It won't be that long. Also, why would you be traveling multiple days in the sewers with these pips? These are far
Like, coming from the baths, it would be like 3 or 4 towns worth of traversal.
Yeah, but those are in-town traversals. That's more like day or hours rather than days.
In labyrinthian old world sewers, please.
Look,
These things are probably bigger than the labyrinth itself, and more dangerous.
given the challenge level of the crocodile, technically speaking, yes. Also, the crocodile may or may not have sword shards he swallowed.
Well, now I just want to kill the crocodile for the shards.
I think I am going to use... maybe the Citadel one? Or the lab one. Let's view that scene. Lab might be more appropriate. I wish Final Fantasy had a just a sewer map I could have used.
That'd make your life too easy. We can't have that.
True. I need to figure out how much those stream decks are. Since I have the time right now. No, they're only 200 for the cheap version.
So you really want the cheap version?
Yeah.
Also, you have the Elgato XLs, which are $250.
Well, there's the Elgato Stream Deck live content creation controller plus Wave 3 condenser microphone. That's only $260. Either way, it's going to be a fight with the wife to figure out if I can get it or not. Ooh. I see a protective skin decal for my Stream Deck that I want.
You're a dev. Just make one.
I have some Raspberry Pi stuff.
Yeah, just literally Raspberry Pi into auto hotkey. Boom, you're done.
Well, I'd also have to plug in my whatchamacallit,
I'm back.
touchscreen, which Oddly enough, I think I also have. I'm not saying I have a lot of Raspberry Pi stuff I could possibly make this thing out of. But I may or may not already have a lot of Raspberry Pi stuff I can make this thing out of.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Free time and a general want to do it. And I guess I should also look into like maybe a different microphone set. How long have I had the blue ball? Nobody laugh at that.
Phrasing.
5-6 years.
I don't think it's been that long.
I am back.
Everyone.
Let's see here. I ordered it September 23rd, 2023. So I've only had it for about a year.
More recent than I thought.
Well, I got it in the middle of the Pathfinder game, and that's when I actually started kind of halfway started the stream stuff.
The middle of the Pathfinder game is pretty broad.
Yeah, it has a lot of it. I thought you got it towards the beginning of it, or before it even. But yeah.
No. Let's see here. There's a condenser, USB.
Well, everyone's here, so let's not worry about that.
It's not my fault everybody decided to log on.
Let's go kill
It's
rats or gators or something.
All of the above. All right, everybody on the map, does your token have vision?
Yep.
Y'all have access to move the token?
It's paused, so we don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. You are
Yeah.
unpaused.
Yep.
So, at street level access, where you are all at, there are two paths you can take. You can go through the public paths or the Old Town access. If you'd like to determine which is the better of the two, I need an adventurer knowledge check. Or adventurer level plus knowledge check. Actually, no, hold on. That might be a sage.
Adventure level plus what kind of knowledge?
Intelligence. Intellect? Intelligence? Hold on, I'm double checking the
Got a 13.
Donde the fudge? Never mind. We're gonna keep going. 13's actually pretty good. So, not saying you know this from experience, but it is unlikely the public baths would connect to the rest of the town in the same way as the other stuff is. You wouldn't want people sneaking in through the sewers trying to take a peek at somebody's unmentionables. However, everything that does connect to the main junction... Oh, wait. There would be a third entrance. I can't believe I forgot that path. The main sewage junction would also be a good one because the main sewage junction connects to everything.
The main sewers next to the sewers? Crazy.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, but isn't that where the alligator is?
That is primarily where the crocodile sits, yes.
So let's avoid that one.
So Old Town would be the better of the three options.
Alrighty, I think we know which direction we ought to head then.
That'll be this direction.
To the bathhouse.
This way, gents and lady.
Well, we can't see the options because they're blacked out.
Yeah, we can't actually see the options.
Do you see where I'm pinging?
No, actually.
Really? You're not
Okay,
seeing me?
now I saw that one.
Huh.
And now that that area is revealed, because our token is moved, we can see the ping.
Okay, my
Yeah,
bad.
if you ping in shadow, no, it still works.
Yeah, I can
Maybe
see all
it's just
ping.
a lag issue.
I'm gonna blame Kip.
Oh, you should blame me
Sounds reasonable.
instead.
I'm blaming the DM.
All right, Kip. Since I'm blaming you, roll me a d6. Nothing
Six.
happens as you make your way to the old town sewage. Now, this will lead, actually, also in 3 directions. To the sewage junction, or the main sewage junction. There seems to be some strange path this way. Hey.
There's not signs on these tunnels.
Restaurants. Areas. Restaurant district of the old town. And then the other path leads towards Newtown sewage.
I bet that sewage has like perfume in the water.
Wait, the barracks are adjacent to Newtown, so
The barracks are adjacent to Newtown.
So away we go.
Alrighty. You've made your way to Newtown. Shinju. Shinju?
yeah.
Just making sure everything's organized that way. Okay, yeah, Shinju. Forgot it's by alphabetical order of your Discord names. Mobby. Shinju, go ahead and roll me a d6. You guys are the luckiest cruds this week.
We're in
feel like
town.
this is unlucky because this means we're not getting experience for these.
Also true. Continually, nothing happens.
I would be running back and forth between points right now.
This is not a video game,
When
Kip.
it's supposed to like farm out some experience here. I need to get to level 5 so I can get like essential feats.
All right. Well, there are other junctions you can take. That's why there's all these arching paths. From here, you have Port Sewage and the Barrack Sewage.
How do we know which is which?
This one's labeled Port. This one's labeled.
But do we trust the signs?
Yes.
This one's labeled Port. This one's labeled Sauvignon Blanc.
I guess barracks sewage we go?
That's our destination. In theory.
You are more than welcome to make a direct line to that destination.
Oh no, there's a locked gate and we're gonna have to go around, guys. I quickly locked the gate.
Move your token.
Is it just straight south?
Just straight south. I did my best to arrange this in a semi-logical pattern, but I'm pretty sure Port Town should have been attached to Old Town, but it's neither here nor there. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, did you reference the map when you were making this at all?
Originally, no, but then I did.
Because wasn't the
Also,
barracks like down
keep in
here
mind,
and the port was like up
this
here?
is not to scale. It doesn't represent real space. These are just points of interest.
Yeah, pretty much. Again, I think the only real jarring one is the Port Town sewage. Probably should be higher up, attached to something else, but c'est la vie. All right,
So
Hannah,
roll d6.
roll me a d6.
Alright, Hannah, roll a d6. I am Hannah. I rolled a 2.
Awesome. And battle music.
Who wants to be a millionaire to me?
That'll be negative 50 points from Kip.
You can't say you don't hear.
Now I do. All right.
Enemy reaches Philip and shows up.
Right. Just add Shinju. Let's move everybody up higher. Hannah, Toad Boy Jenkins, Kim Yosa, Kip, and the party. Oh, I need to add some rodents. What level are you guys? Oh, you're only level 2. Four, 3, 3. I dropped 2 Kips instead of a Kimyosa.
I can't see the battle map, by the way.
I
Just
haven't dropped you on
Kimyosa.
it yet. Or I haven't pulled everyone to it yet. That's strange.
What?
There's 2 Kips.
There is 2 Kips, but one of them is supposed to be you. For some odd reason, your token is wrong.
Oh, you broke it.
I probably did.
Why would you do this to him?
Update token. There we go. Delete that one. Delete that one. Drop that one. There we go. Let me update your character sheet so that doesn't happen again. I don't know how that happened. But hey, a little scuff makes the stream seem real.
Yeah, it's totally not all pre-recorded. Definitely not. We're totally live. I can even read the chat right now. Shout out Big Chungus 69 for the 400 bits.
Me getting money off of this crap. Come on. Nobody likes me that much.
Is there a reason we're like all the way up here away from the useful numbers down there?
Yes, because I wanted to get a vision of the lab part, so it seemed more like a sewer. And because you have rulers anyway, see?
What
Did
time
you
to
even
be
bother
alive?
putting the numbers on this thing in the first place?
Just zoom out.
I think I won.
I need to drop some more undead.
I'm taking that roll.
And let's add a pack leader just for shites and giggles. Now, this pack leader is actually a rat, not a wolf. Just use thine imaginations. Anywho, you have a
I
satisfied...
thought those were little lizards. They're just rats. Okay, whatever.
Oddly enough, and funny that you mention it, I built the rats based off of the giant lizards.
They do like zoomed out like I am. They look like little skinks.
Also, interesting note, I shamelessly stole these images from a very famous company whose name I will not name.
I mean,
Anyway, you have a stressed rat, an irritated rat, an annoyed rat, a shy pack leader, and a satisfied skeletal archer, who will start 5 meters back from the pack leader And the rodents will start 3 meters ahead of the pack leader.
Who has the emergency cheese?
I imagine Kip does, because Kip has everything.
That's a fair point, actually.
All right, monster knowledge, senors and senoras.
It did not work. Okay.
I don't have the
Figure it
goat.
out.
Who had the goat? Where's the
I have
goat?
no idea who has the goat.
I don't know.
Where's the goat?
Shinju doesn't have money, so she doesn't get to decide things.
I know
Actually,
where
someone
the
was
goat is, I know
carrying.
where my frog is. I know where Jeremiah the 37th is.
If someone's carrying an emergency goat, presumably like strapped to their back or something, it probably would be Shinju.
I mean,
I mean,
why not just
it
have
won't
the
fit on
goat
me.
sit on top of the frog?
Who paid for the goat?
That makes sense.
How much was the goat?
400.
Yeah, that's too
Okay.
much for my blood.
No, you can have it. I just knocked my money down to 264.
I'm not carrying a goat around.
We already
It's on
mentioned
the
that
frog.
Shinju was
Goat
carrying
right
the
on
goat.
top of the frog.
Or on
Yeah,
the frog.
Yeah, it's on the frog.
Or it could just be attached to a rope on the frog.
Yeah, the frog is carrying like a leash and it's
So,
massive.
so do you want me to like
mouth.
load up the cheese on my crossbow and shoot cheese at them? See if it works.
Anyway, we do need to go through our our start of combat actions. It's combat prep.
Yeah.
Throw it.
Ma'am, could I get a sage check from you?
Sure.
Kimyosa can do it too, yes. And I think Kip can as well
No.
in a stressful situation.
A sage check?
Yeah, I thought you had sage.
No.
That's the third time you've made that mistake tonight. Anyway, no.
You do know that these are giant rats, and that is a skeleton.
Kimyosa
Kimyosa gets 50 points of experience.
God.
All right,
I'm
let's
so lucky.
stop rolling high.
I've got monster detection. Do I detect them?
Yes, they smelled the cheese, and they came right for you.
I want to sideball with Shinju.
All right. So yeah, you know that these are rats. That is a rat pack leader in the back, and that is a skeleton with a bow, even further back.
What?
Holy shit.
Details. I did not write those details down. Why?
Thought he's got.
All right. Skeletons
Well-
are your typical undead. They typically lay in ruins, not sewers. So you know that you are getting close to the dungeon.
Okay.
Or the Sword Labyrinth. I have got to remember this is called a Sword Labyrinth.
The sword dungeon. Okay.
The rats are rats. Rats are in sewers. This is probably what Frankie eats. You probably could have just killed some rats and fed to the crocodile if it ever came up.
Yeah, like, are we really afraid of rats?
No.
Like, if there's a lot of rats, I'll deploy the emergency cheese, but 3 or 4 is not a huge deal.
All right, Kip.
That's a good point. Like,
Kip.
If we're used for swarms,
Kip, what was your roll? Your
What?
initiative roll?
16. I rolled it first. Because I wanted to seize the initiative.
who packs that?
Yeah, it's 16 Kip rolled.
All right, I have a 13 as the highest initiative, so yep, you're good to go.
So wait.
And
Did we hit the sage check on the skeleton? Do we know, like,
weak points?
what he's?
No.
Yeah.
You do know
Okay.
that they take damage from recovery instead of healing them, though.
Like that's all we know.
Yeah.
Besides them being spooky.
Yep. Oh, yeah, they have a bone body. Maybe not hit them with slashing weapons. Oh wait.
You mean piercing weapons?
Slashing weapons, what?
I mean, my crossbow.
Sorry, cutting weapons versus blunt weapons.
Yeah, because my crossbow I think does slashing, even though it's a.
All right, so
Piercing weapon.
your cutting or your crossbow doesn't crit on skeletons, but that's all that means.
You know they actually make blunt arrows apparently.
They do. The skeleton also has targeting.
What?
Shocking.
Shocking.
The graspy
Get to go.
kind, or yeah, it's y'all's go.
Shinji would like to do things first before people start moving. She wants to roll a check to cast field protection.
Success. Is that just on yourself or on the whole party?
It's for
It's
the
on the
field.
party.
Then doesn't that need to?
There's the button. Oh, you're right. So I can do the thing. It's fine. Let me see. I've selected the people. It's been a couple weeks. Sorry. Boom. Everyone's field protected. And then she's going to say,
I'm gonna take one off. I still had
Dodge.
one.
and apply Flowing Fortunes 1. Three, four, five. And then
All right. Anybody else next?
I didn't get a chance to declare it because we moved on rather quickly from it, but as pre-combat, the thing I'm doing now is I now have a geograph that is part of my weird hybrid class bundle thing. So
She casts geography at us.
there is now a floating sigil bearing the arcane mark of her mother that hovers beside her head and around her hat, sort of like an ion stone from another game.
okay.
So I will generate one key at the start of this my turn.
I like the-
Kimyosa, actually, do you want to unload magic?
I'm probably not going to unload because we have the whole Sword Labyrinth thing coming up, so I'm going to have to be kind of conservative with MP.
So dynamic entry, running
I'm
jump
gonna go
kick.
smash your at then.
Woohoo.
Let's go ahead and target middle rat.
No, he's my favorite rat.
Then I will target top rat.
It's less favorite. Oh, for the record, there is no blunt crossbow bolt. There's blunt bullets
Well, then you're just gonna have to become an artificer.
and slashing bullets.
He evades.
He squeaks.
I don't have my effects on properly. Hold on. I turned them all off because we were in the city.
Did you have a +1 to anything like accuracy?
I should.
All right. Is
Oh,
your
where's my accuracy just wrong?
well, I don't see your accuracy. Well, your accuracy on your Shellbreaker is still a 6.
Which it shouldn't be.
All right. Which thing is giving you accuracy? The mace.
It's Battle Dancer plus a dexterity plus the fact that I have the weapon proficiency a mace, and it has a +1 handling bonus, so it should be one higher.
Let's see here.
Why isn't I calculating properly?
All right.
Because I saw that +6 and I was like, it went up by 1.
All right. Battle Dancer, Dexterity, and your mace is giving you a +1. Or not mace, your hammer. What else should be? What else are you giving? From
It should be +7, not +6.
Okay.
I'm fine with that still being a miss. If you want to roll it like that.
No, go ahead. If we were only -1, then we can actually do this. Oh, just nanned it. Never mind. And I nanned it even harder.
You got Nan.
Broke even harder. Anyway, I'm sorry, Rat.
He's still alive.
He did it. I'm so proud of him.
All right, Kim or Kip?
I don't want to. I mean, my MO is pretty much shoot at enemy far away. I'll shoot at him. 12.
Which one are you targeting?
Skeleton.
Oh. How are you targeting him? Oh, Veb's targeting him as well. Evade?
Okay, fine.
If it makes you feel better, he can't target you too.
Oh yeah, he can't now that
There's a skirmish between the two of you.
yeah. There's a Downy Brook between us. I don't want to do anything else for right now. We're good.
All right, Kimyosa, you're the last one.
I suppose I am going to throw a single magic bolt his way.
Not the single magic bolt. Righty. Kim, do you have the targeting and Hawkeye feats?
Nope, but magic doesn't need them as far as what I've read.
Magic can still stray. Get it?
Unless it requires an accuracy check, no.
Oh, it doesn't require an accuracy check.
Yeah, it's a resist.
Okay.
Exactly.
Still, half damage. The skeleton is satisfied with your damage output. Now it's their turn. The shy pack leader does his thing there. The rat that did not attack, or get attacked, is going to attempt to move forward.
No. It gets stopped right where it is.
Okay. He will then attack the person he was attending to attack anyway. Defend, Shinju.
Sad.
The shy pack leader will come in and will attempt to bite Hannah.
Doesn't want a mouthful of nice crunchy metal though.
Okay. Roll your attack roll.
Good God. Oh, that is dodgy, Hannah. Good job, girl.
Well, that's because of Shenju's one attack buff.
Yeah.
Apparently, Energy Bolt does stray shot. Because it's an area shot spell.
Anywho, this one's gonna move this way. Oh, hold on. I actually have to double check that distance. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, this spell is directed in a straight line from the caster and hits its target. If there's an obstacle in the way, it will not reach the target. If the spell is aimed from outside the skirmish level or area into one, a stray shot will occur. And skirmishes do count as an obstacle. So unless they had Hawkeye and targeting, it would stray shot. I'm not going to count it this time,
All right.
but we will remember that for next time.
Noted.
Anyway, Kip, for such excellence at defining how targeting works, you're getting attacked.
What? No.
No?
Who?
The rat.
Oh.
Y'all are all on the same column. Y'all are all in the same area.
But I'm up here.
Yes, but this is linear, not two-dimensional.
Okay.
What do you think this is? Suikoden? Actually, I think Suikoden also works on a linear scale, technically speaking. Anywho, let me actually target the right person real quick. Defend thyself from an 11.
This will be good.
No, kid.
I don't have any evasion, so.
Kip takes 3 damage.
Wait, is your only post to evade the +1 from me?
Yeah, marksman doesn't get evasion.
While he's using marksman, he can't use his evasion.
I don't have evasion.
Oh, I thought you had fencer.
No.
You have nothing. Okay, no, this all works. He's not meant to be attacked. Anyway, almost half-dead rat will attack Shinju.
Oh no. Nope.
Oh, bugger. I forgot to add the pack accuracy. It gives all the rat buddies a +1. That'll actually hit. Oops. Too many.
Oh no.
I also targeted the wrong person with this.
I think you're talking about the stress rat.
You're targeting yourself.
Yeah, he's about to kill himself.
You hit yourself in confusion?
The rodent commits suicide. No, let's not kill
Feel
him.
better. It doesn't do anything. I mean, it'll hurt the rat because the rat's weak and squishy, but...
Yeah. So I apologize, Shinji. You don't get to see that nice little, this doesn't
Fight
hurt
your
me
own
thing.
breaks his teeth.
I'm so sad.
Alrighty, Archer is going to target the group of people, because... Oh wait, he has targeting. He can target inside of the skirmish.
Yay. So no soothing inside for him.
we will go with Shinju again. Shinju is actually targeted right now. He declares bow action.
He avoided my trap card. Oh, come on.
Now, he can't get the bonus to accuracy like the others. Not that it would matter. Alright, your team's turn.
Let me just take a swing at the pack leader.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Sounds good. 17. Show me what you got, pack leader.
I ain't got nothing, he says defiantly.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ow. His pride.
Poor baby.
You have earned the title Shy.
Baby.
You already had the title Shy.
She's doubly shy now.
Alright. Who's next? My poor back leader.
Man, I wish I showed the pictures. Shinju will do a thing real quick. She's gonna apply Flowing Fortunes 2. It looks like the other two haven't clicked off their Flowing Fortunes. So she's just gonna apply it to her. Actually, no, the range. That's right. Wait, 10 meters?
I can toggle it back onto myself.
Ah. Okay. In that case, I'll just turn on here. I think the other two are just outside of my range to actually apply Flowing Fortunes to this time. But now my accuracy or my evasion buff doesn't fall off after the second application. We just have it. Let's see. It was the stress threat that was attacked previously, right?
I have no clue.
I mean, one of them looks like it took a hammer to the face. Which one is it?
Oh, the top one.
Right. Ew. Rat? Gonna dodge?
No. He's just going to die. Or not.
Let's see. Yeah, she's done.
I tried. I tried.
You did.
Or I guess I tried a little too hard. But Kim Yosa and Kip, you guys want to go?
I will attempt to shoot the rat next to me.
I don't know if you have the range for that, man. But it's successful.
For 12.
He's in pain. Unbelievable pain.
Turn.
Alrighty then. That means Kimyosa, you're the last one. Do you want to karate chop the mouse? You
Well-
you want to Judy chop the mouse?
$13.
Decent. And it hits. I believe you got one more attack left in you.
Yep. 10.
That one's much more doable.
Yeah.
Alright, I believe that was everybody. We'll go Archer first again. He is targeting Shinju.
Okay. Come on, fumble. I believe. Nope. Ow.
That dealt 2 damage. The skeleton raises his arms in vindicated glory. Alright. Rodent will also... yeah. Half-dead rodent will target Shinju.
See, that's what I want to see.
And the other rodent will target Hannah. If she can dodge. Or can't dodge. No, my rodent. Alrighty. This giant rat will continue feasting on the kip.
That's okay. Double 6 coming right up.
Kip, I want you to know I love you, buddy. Alrighty, I believe that is everybody. Your turn.
I guess I'll shoot at him again.
Yeah.
Hits. Why, Kip? Why?
What?
So much damage, man. And you have gained the title Annoyed.
Sounds about right.
All right.
Shinji will take a swing at the injured rat again. As soon as I find my button.
That'll hit. My poor rodent. All right, I believe Kim and Hannah, you two are the last ones to go.
Yes. I'm gonna hit the pack leader again.
The pack leader's dead.
Oh.
So very, very
Doesn't
dead.
mean-
They zoomed out.
She can't hit it again.
I guess I'll hit one of the rats. Can't leave the skirmish. Don't want to leave the skirmish.
You can leave a skirmish.
No, it's 2 to 2. We don't outnumber them.
He didn't. The other stressed one is dead.
Oh.
He just didn't feel like telling us.
Yeah, he's dead. Like by 6
Then
points
I'll
dead.
go bonk the skeleton then.
No, my bones. My
Yeah, I
rattled
figured that's what you want
bones.
to do.
Hello, Mr. Skeleton. I don't feel bad about killing you.
How did you know my name? Oh wait, he doesn't have a throat. He can't say anything.
What if he had a family?
Probably.
Probably at some time.
Yeah,
Point.
Yeah, he's probably dead.
What if he's just down here as a sewer worker?
Okay.
Alrighty. That brings us round to their turn, I believe.
Nope.
Oh, nope, Kim, you're right.
Move my stupid token. Now I can still attack after a normal move, right?
Yes. Magic is the one you can only limit move and do at the same time.
Right.
Well, that and ranged
I'm declaring
attacks.
chain attack. Oh, there's a good frickin' roll, finally.
Yay, I gained 50 experience. Yeah, I think you accidentally hit the annoyed rat.
And I gained 50 experience.
No way.
That's crazy.
You're also just farming experience off these people.
Okie dokie. Now it is my turn. Kimyosa, defend thyself. That was a good defense, I have to admit. Now, Hannah, defend thine self. I
Damn.
think I hit.
You did?
If only I had been there. Yeah.
What? Why is Kip still selected?
Because you hate Kip.
Yeah.
Because Kip deserves it.
Or you were holding shift when you selected Hannah, and so it selected both.
Stop hurting me.
Kip, I'm gonna give you back that HP. Give me a sec. There you
I see
go.
the light. Sun getting
Alrighty.
real low.
Now it is your turn, guys. The People's Court of Renegade Star. Your turn. Who would like to go first?
I'm gonna hit the skeleton.
Skelly Bob is not gonna like that.
Assuming I hit. We'll get there eventually. Oh, wow, I
Graceful
hit.
ease.
Bonk.
Still alive?
Still alive. Still satisfied.
Kip, I believe in you.
I don't.
That's right.
Kip fumble. Kip fumble. Fumble with a 3.
12's not that great though.
That's a 6.
Yeah, on 2d6.
Yeah,
Actually, it's
the
2
average is 7.
Yeah, that's below average.
Mm-hmm.
Only slightly.
True.
Want to say it's a
Let's hope
5 out of 36 chance to roll
your
that.
evasion.
I don't wanna.
Oh my god.
Oh, you were attacking the skeleton?
Yeah.
Okay. Skelly Bob is actually not doing very well right now. And I also rolled the wrong dice for that. It would have still hit though, so I'm gonna count it. Skeleton has a +5, so instead of a 7, it should have been a 10. All right. That's Hannah and Kip, Kim, and Shinju. You guys are the last ones.
Yeah, I'm worried about the skeleton's damage up before because it's going to be more expensive to heal. So Shinju's actually going to continue on to join Hannah at the skeleton.
Bye, Kimyosa.
Oh, see ya.
The rats are like 1 heal, whereas the skeleton is like 2 heals to fix. But yeah, she's going to run over there. This range? Good. She can do her flowing fortunes for everyone.
I don't think that exists in the area I'm in.
Say what?
What exists in the area you're in?
What's up there?
Oh, no one wants to exist there?
Oh. There's
Arctic
a...
crocodile. That sounds fun.
Flowing fortunes for all the people in melee.
Okay.
And then she's going to take a swing.
Really? Come on, Skelly Bob.
Bonk. Enjoy my light damage.
That was just enough damage.
Holy Mace strikes again.
Oh.
It has the temporary effect dead on it.
It's re-dead.
No, redeads are those things from Legend of Zelda. Alright, Kim, I believe you were the last one.
Splat that rat.
Hold on. Where'd my rat go?
He's right there.
Kim trying to hide my rat from me. Now who's the rat? Huh? Now who's the rat? Kimyosa?
Sorry, I think that maybe you said something about not being able to exist for a minute, and then left.
Oh.
Oops, wrong button.
I'm gonna blame our secret agent that keeps him from sleeping.
Or he's abandoned us to go watch Banana's concert.
There's a Bananas concert?
Bananas.
What is this something VTuber related?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nyanya banana.
This year worked better.
Roll a dodge.
His guardian angel is there to help him. Ha!
Ha!
Oh. That is one half-dead rodent.
Son of a gun.
My turn. Bugger. I only have one. Kim. You dodge. Okay, I end my turn. I'd like to cast Fireball.
Squash it, Kim. I believe in you. Just curb stomp it. It's already low.
Yeah, I have no luck. But we'll give it a shot.
No! He's dead.
Oh, it is?
You just continually
Knuckle
punch
again.
it. Okay. It is even more dead than it was before.
Pick it up and throw it.
I really need to add the da 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 to the soundboard. Alright. Bing bong, the rats are dead, the rats are dead, the rats are dead.
Woohoo.
Why does that leader have wolf hide?
Yeah, just write rat hide instead of wool hide.
Alright, well, I have the bonus to loot, so I'll do the rolls. 2, 3, 1, 1.
Alright, that's one sturdy bone, one high quality rat hide, and we'll make that 2 high quality rat hides, and 2 rat hides.
Someone else can put those in the loot sheet. I don't want to.
Well, fine.
Look, her hands are red from shaving rats. Or skinning rats. She can't touch a ledger at the moment. Come on now. Would you like blood all over the ledger? I wouldn't.
Yes.
Why? Why, pretty?
I mean, what else is a ledger for but balancing blood? Anywho.
Blood books.
We're not Warhammer Fantasy Dwarves.
Anywho. Oh,
Dungeon.
I forgot I actually put you guys on the map. I was prepared for once.
Ain't no way.
You were prepared for one?
Right?
Disbelieve.
Even better yet, there are actually enemies already on the map.
I think you're lying to me.
I am not.
Yeah, you can get a heal.
Now, tonight, or I guess maybe next session after y'all get past the first encounter here, we actively have advanced combat
I don't know what that means.
for the first time. You don't know what advanced combat means?
Pathfinder combat.
It's just like Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
No, it's more like normal combat, at least from a more modern standpoint where combat is concerned for tabletop RPGs. In fact, I don't think we had these kind of combat sessions when we played 2nd edition.
5e combat.
Yep. 5e combat, Pathfinder combat, 4th edition combat.
Although
3.5 combat?
with the way that you're stuck in skirmishes,
3.0.
it's closest to elite dangerous space combat.
Okay, I definitely did not play that.
Oh yeah, he wasn't in that group, was he? If I could ever rework the Elite Dangerous Space Combat,
It's not worth the effort. Don't bother. The system is broken from like the very foundations. Don't
So
bother.
where are we currently?
So you find the entrance to the Sword Labyrinth, and it leads down a small hall. How are y'all going through this hall, just out of curiosity?
Sorry, say again?
You're leading your way through a small hall towards the sword dungeon? Or not hall, but tunnel. How are y'all going through this tunnel? Sneakily? Brazenly? Accostingly?
I'm always sneaking. But apparently, someone next to us is just buzzing constantly.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. It's not buzzing specifically. It sounds like very distant, like sparklers and fireworks. And every time she gets hit by something, it's like a much closer, magical sort of clash.
Well, if you'd like to help your teammate sneak through this area, Kip,
I'm gonna stay the fuck back.
you may roll with, I want to say disadvantage, but that's not a thing, so a -1.
If I'm sneaking, I take a -4.
-2.
That's why I'm not helping. I'm gonna hang back and let them do the scouting.
Kip? Kipster? Kipatosta?
So 15 minus 2.
That'll be a 13. That actually makes it. So they haven't noticed you as you'll start your approach. Would you like to roll a notice check?
Fuck's a notice check.
A TN9 scout and or ranger check.
9.
All right. As you approach, you'll notice that there's a gate ahead of you, and at the top of that gate are 2 skeletal archers.
I hate gates.
Yes, these gates do have portcullises. Portcullises? What is the correct pronunciation for that word?
I think a group of them is called a portcullis.
Port keys. The L's are like the Spanish ones.
I want to go with what you're saying because you are Spanish, and then or Hispanic, and then I don't want to go with it because you troll me all the freaking time.
That I could even not laugh for like 2 seconds. Obviously, it's not it.
Yeah. Anyway, portcullis. There's one on the front side and the back side of this thingy.
And the skeletons are where?
On top.
Like this way.
So
on
like,
top,
is this
or-
like high up? Like, what's the ceiling like in this place?
I mean, it's a fairly high ceiling as it gets closer to the gate. Kind of like one of those weird angly thingies, hickadoodles.
like 20 feet of ceiling, 30 feet of ceiling?
At least 30 feet of ceiling. Or it angles
So high
up. It angles up into 30 feet of ceiling from the tunnel. So it was 10, angles up to 30.
So this right here is a portcullis. and then on top of it, so like standing here except elevated, are 2 skeletons.
Yeah.
Is it possible with my stealth check to sneak up and see if that portcullis is locked and see if they don't see me? 'Cause I have to lockpick in combat. It's 10 minutes.
The portcullises aren't down right now.
Oh.
You just know it's a portcullis because it has those easy to see
Big
whatchamacallit,
spikes that come
spikes
down?
at the bottom. Yes. Not something you want to be caught under.
Yes.
So they are
if
up.
I made my stealth check, does that mean like we could sneak in, or is this like a they don't spot us from way over here?
They don't spot you from way over there.
Okay. I might be able to walk in and sneak in, but I don't know about fireworks and clanks over here.
Yeah, no way, no how. Well, I mean, if you're rolling for the party, then we might manage you with the mice too, but the big problem is if you go solo and you get caught in there, then you're literally in a man trap. Like, that's the legitimate term for that area. For a good reason.
I plead the fifth on whether or not that area is trapped, but do recall I found the traps.
Well, I was gonna like try to like wedge it open somehow. I wasn't gonna go in.
Well, I'd like to remind you that the what do you call them? Mechanisms for those sort of things are usually where the guards sit.
Yeah, but
Maybe they're not
usually the gates are, dropped by gravity. So if you wedge the gate so it can't go down, they can put all the slack in the chain they want. The gate ain't budging down. Budging.
That is also true. You could find a way to wedge the gate from underneath. If you weren't 4 foot tall.
That's hurtful.
Does anyone have a way of pulling the skeleton archers down?
No. And I'd rather not have a shooting contest with them by myself.
Yeah, I'd burn a lot of mana to like just blast it out here.
Yeah.
Your best bet might be wedging.
I mean, Shinju would make a great wedge. But,
Yeah, what's the chances that Shinju can just hold the portcullis up?
relatively high.
Pretty high that I could do it, but I'd have to change shape to realistically have the strength to do it.
Baba Yagas can change shape?
On a
That was
dime.
above board. But also, yes, they kind of can.
Can I
Sort of.
shield jump Hannah? Oh, sorry, good.
You want to alley-oop Hannah up there?
Kip, I said it's going to be hard for you to get up there, not impossible for you to get up there and disable the device.
Not to disable the device, but to like be in melee with the two skeletons and then just like hammer smash them.
Oh, yeah.
Hannah, do you have any opinions on being alley-ooped?
I don't think you could alley-oop them up there.
How tall is it?
You said 30
Why do
feet,
you-
right?
Why do you want to throw me
30
up
foot
there? Hold on,
ceiling.
I barely missed
Yeah.
something.
So there is an entryway with two skeletons standing atop it, right? Like a
Okay.
gateway. And so getting shot from above would suck for everyone except for Shinju probably. But she's just thinking like she's really strong. If you just like hop up on her shield and then she pushes up and you jump up at the same time, maybe you get up there all the way and you will be able to smash the skeletons on their level.
Jump is a skill. For some reason it's agility.
I mean,
could just
superhuman is probably
climb.
a decent way of describing Shinju's strength.
You're not a human.
True.
You're a strong ass rock.
Exactly. That's why she thinks she can like probably outgive someone up top.
I'm fucking invincible.
I mean, what is it tops? Like 12 feet probably to the bottom of that area. Like enough to get like a handhold on.
Yeah, you just need a handhold.
Shinju's already like 6 feet of that. Hannah's like 5 of it. Like she only needs a foot of jump. That's nothing.
I don't think I have anything that helps me stealth.
Because our options are send in Kipalo to disable the thing, and then hope there's a way to get up there from inside. Everyone sneak up and hope there's a way to get up there from inside, and not that us just get shot from behind and above, which is more likely in my opinion. Or to attack it from above, essentially.
Well, there's only 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Well, if we want to form a wall, I have the Heavenly Thunder Geomancy. So, there's only 2 of them. I can just hit them with lightning every couple rounds to do 15 fixed damage. They'll die eventually.
How much of your mana would that cost you?
That costs key.
Oh.
That is the key.
So
It'll be 2 rounds of charging, and I can do it on the second round. So every other round I can drop 15 damage.
How's it 15 damage?
So if Shinju moves up to be up under them but on them ish, is she considered in melee with them?
The lightning damage is
No.
max 8.
What? No, it's not.
It's key times 2 for damage.
Oh, it's key times 2. I don't know why I thought it was key times 5.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I'm like, we should all get
Okay,
freaking
so
Geomancer.
it'll be 6 damage every other round. So not as good, but it is fixed and isn't reduced by magic defense.
Actually, dude, this you said this hallway it wedges out to 30 feet.
Wedges up to 30
Yeah,
feet.
like as you come down this way, it's going up on the ceiling.
I was speaking from Shinju's perspective. Yeah. It's the same difference. Okay, so if everyone stands behind Shinju in a straight line, then they won't actually really be able to get a good shot at you guys because the ceiling will catch their arrows before they can get over her.
How tall is
but, yeah.
Shinju?
Like 6 feet.
14 feet tall.
I mean, as you approach, they'll get easier to attack everyone
that's
else.
the thing, is they have to shoot over, but because the ceiling wedges, if we're at the far end, then they can't get enough over to get over her properly.
Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. But Hannah's ability should be able to damage them. So it becomes a race of whose HP runs out first. Shinju with 2 skeletons on her, or the skeletons with 1 hand on them.
You seem to be making the assumption that the skeletons can't alert anybody else on the other side of this thing for assistance.
Oh, I wasn't making that assumption.
Are they that smart?
It's perfectly reasonable.
Even if they're not smart, if they start attacking something, there may be somebody smart enough behind them that will notice. And we can't assume there's not.
That really just makes rushing in, which is what we'll have to do to get past them, more dangerous. Because if they like start pushing more forces towards this hall, then we can just turn and flee and be good.
So, what would you like?
All for this wall plan. I don't know if anyone else has any other ideas.
You can either become the Phalanx Pokemon, or you can try and sneak a kip in.
So you said the gates are open.
Currently.
Normally the gates, like, way to close them is, like, right next to the gate, isn't it?
Nope, right above the gate.
Oh, you mean, like, in a separate room or something?
No, like where the two skeletons we're discussing are standing.
Yes.
It's not a good chance I can sneak up right behind them and disable the gate mechanism.
You could get close enough to attack them, but to take the 10 minutes to disable the device, no.
Yeah. Oh, it's 1 minute. Sorry. It's still a minute.
That's still a minute.
What if I use a minute to disguise myself as a skeleton? And I act casual and walk in. I'm just
Gabriel does not like that idea.
Who's Gabriel?
Your guardian angel.
Okay.
But anywho, you could attempt that, but you're very fluffy for a skeleton. And they have magic senses, not like 5 senses.
But
You'd have to disguise your aura as an undead skeleton.
I am a barbarous, though.
Undead aren't barbarous.
What? Nobody told me that.
They're undead.
I just assumed all monsters are barbarous.
Nope.
You are a monster racist, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For each undead or barbarous in the area, even my anti-evil spells separate them out.
Well, do you have an anti-evil spell that will work in this particular situation in our advantage?
Do you?
Not particularly.
Can you banish them
No,
or make them cower for long
No,
enough for you to
banish-
get everybody in?
No.
Does
it
each level
banishes
give you all your spells?
Yeah. But yeah, no, banishes the spell that I've used several times. It just isn't consistent enough for that use.
So you're not level 8 to use exorcism.
No, I'm not level 8. I wish. That'd make this so much easier. I'd just be like, let's just go. I'll just cover everything. It's fine.
Yeah,
There's only
it
2 of them.
destroys undead at level 8 below. That's perfect. It sets them to 0 HP and MP.
That's brutal. Yeah.
Okay, well, as for the usual with our party, we don't know how to go through doors very well.
I mean, you'd
No.
be surprised. That's normal for everybody.
If I was Luchador, I'd just kick that fucking door right off its hinges. And run in.
Portcullises don't have hinges.
I'd find some hinges and break them. So what do we want to do? While I'm here, can I look for traps? To make sure there's no traps on the way in either.
Roll your trap scent. Oh, there's totally a suspicious pot of something up there. And you can see kind of the wisps of smoke coming off the top of it that indicates that it's hot.
Salsa?
Salsas are usually cold. Probably a soup. Probably a soup or
What does
oil
a
of some
skeleton need with
sort.
Soup?
Certainly not for a hot bath of sorts.
Man, I knew I should have bought these things.
Yeah, that just makes the stand over here and blast them plan more enticing, in my opinion. Or stand over here and let Hannah's infinite key attack eventually kill him.
I should have bought this item. Holy shit, why didn't I buy these? Magic beans that turn into beanstalks. I should have bought them.
Oh, that would have been so good.
They
Would have
hold up
been
to
really
300
handy.
kilograms. I could grow it underneath the portcullis and make it so it couldn't come down. Damn my lack of planning.
Or you could use them to grow a beanstalk that leads you directly to the, archers.
But then you have to climb it.
Yes, but that's a lot safer than going through possibly an oil bath, arrow slits, and a heavy object drop.
What if we send the emergency goat through the portcullis, and then when the skeletons turn around to look at the goat and be like, "Why the fuck is there a goat past the portcullis?" We come up behind them.
No. That's a stupid plan.
Yeah.
Let's send the frog. Wait. Let's all get in the frog. And the frog walks over. And he lets us out.
Yeah, because they're not going to find a giant demon frog suspicious.
Remember, Daemons and Undead, two completely different things.
2 peas in a pod. That's what he just said.
If that is
Did
what
I
you
use
heard,
the frog to try and pull them down?
does the frog have an attack that lets him whip his tongue out and lash things?
He has a tongue attack, yeah.
Does he whip his hair back and forth?
He has a barbed tongue that has
What is the range?
equivalent of reach.
What is the range?
60 feet?
I gotta look at the... Give me one sec.
I can't believe I didn't buy these stupid jack seeds. I've bought so many of the random items in my inventory. I have smelling salts.
Overly prepared for everything except getting past a gate.
Yeah, I didn't know there was gonna be gates in this place. I thought there was just gonna be like a spooky dungeon. Not a fort.
Honestly, you got no one to blame but yourself, because there are plenty of dungeons that have like heavy rocks that fall and block your way, or even portcullises within the dungeon. I'm fairly certain I've run campaigns with those things in them.
Yeah, but like the thing is, it's literally here's the entrance, here's the gate. You have no room to maneuver. You must go down this one fucking hallway to it.
Technically speaking, there's stuff way back here beyond this. I just didn't want to create a giant map with a random single tunnel 10 feet wide that goes forever.
We're going to be in the McDonald's drive-thru, and they're going to have it their way when we show up.
I think that's part of the reason why like not many plans have been suggested. Is like we don't really have options.
As soon as I can find...
But that's also why things like this are designed for those precise reasons.
They don't have brains, they're skeletons.
The leader of this dungeon, or labyrinth, has a brain.
Ooh, see, we just pulled some information out of him. We found out, leader, not a skeleton.
You already knew that!
Well, no, we knew it was an intelligent undead. We didn't know it wasn't a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I didn't say it didn't wasn't a skeleton. I said it had a brain.
You said skeletons don't have brains. It has a brain. There
Yeah.
we go.
Oh, this is like a really decayed zombie at that point.
Maybe.
He just has the brain left.
Any luck on the frog attack?
Still trying. Give me a sec.
What's the chances I can go back into town real quick, grab some beans, and head back in?
Given that they haven't discovered you yet, they're fairly high, but you do have to go back through the sewers.
What if I dig straight up? It's the reverse of Minecraft.
You can't dig straight up in Minecraft.
What if Shinji holds me on her shoulders?
Then that will get you 10 feet. Which is like 3 blocks in Minecraft.
I write down in my little Kobold handbook. Next time, bring beans.
Also, I would help you in this search, but I don't have my monstrous manual up here.
Can we get your kid to go get it for you?
My kid is asleep, dude.
I mean, she's always sleeping on the job.
I know, she's making me proud.
My sister's kid never wants to go to sleep. It's terrible. He's a little monster.
Is this a toad or a frog?
Alright, it's got the range of a flail, which is a range 1 melee weapon, it looks like.
So no.
Well, range 1 is up to 10 meters away.
Wait, you can
Flails are
flail
also
someone from
ranged.
10 meters?
Some flails are, yeah. I don't know why flails are the reach weapons in this system, but they are.
I feel like that's more Morning Star, or not Morning Star, Meteor Hammer. Meteor Fist?
Who were you going to hit from 30 feet away with a flail or a meteor?
Anyway, no, he said 10 meter, not 30.
I said
10
30
meters is
feet.
Oh. A meteor is not 30...
So here's the problem. I don't...
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
If he got right...
It doesn't actually tell me a range. It just implies that it can be used anywhere in a skirmish.
So that's no range.
Yeah, skirmishes are range 0.
If the frogman got all the way up to the front of the gate and the archers had to bend over the parapet, or not parapet, crenels?
Sure.
Anyway, if they peered through the crenellations down onto the thing, I would allow Mr. Frogman to pull them down that way.
Okay. So we have a way to get them down.
But that's assuming they don't notice you guys as they're also trying to fire at the frog. Which I guess if you go far enough
I don't
back.
really understand the problem with just going and like destroying the door or getting it open like through lockpicking.
Again, Kip could sneak in and lodge it shut.
Well, it's not even necessarily sneak in. If it doesn't work, like, if we're gonna go loud, let's go loud. They might get a couple turns of free shots on us, but
The hot oil and the dropping the portcullises on either side of us, because it's two things, right? So if we fail, and if we sit in Kip alone and he fails on one of those,
do we have
then he's
any
trapped
evidence
there,
these skeletons have siege breaker weapons like oil?
They do.
Yeah.
Those
I
aren't...
just saw it.
I did not
Or-
hear you describe that they had them.
It could be soup.
Yeah, it was a giant black pot with steaming something in there. Yeah, it's almost.
I don't want to
to
get hit by really hot clam chowder.
Yeah.
That would hurt. I know
Is
from
it just the
experience.
one?
Yeah, it's just the one pot.
Does anyone have a
Why
fireball?
don't you just knock it over, Cap?
The one we can see from this side of the double portcullis double portcullis man trap.
It's up there.
Yeah,
Those
and you
things
have a
they
bow.
usually have them like all around. So there's probably 4 of them and 3 we can't see.
Sure.
You know how hard it would be to knock over something large and heavy like that with a bow?
Not hard at all. They're literally meant to be easily tipped over. That's their whole point.
In one direction.
And let's say usually in one
I'm
direction.
not saying spill it back on them. I just mean spill it prematurely.
Okay. How do you use a bow to make something fall towards you?
Yeah, they're supposed.
I can
mean,
do a
hit
trick
the
shot.
bottom of it, and I can magically empower his bow. And if you want to say that magic isn't strong enough to tip over an iron jar, I don't know what to tell you. You're playing the wrong game.
We don't have fire, right? Like, no one has fire.
I do.
You just shoot it with fire? Blow the oil up? It's oil.
Oil wouldn't blow up, it would just catch fire.
Yeah, but it might, like, splatter everywhere when the fire hits it.
I mean, the problem with the arrow knocking over is like inertia. Really, like it's just not enough mass.
Yeah.
Blast
not
with magic,
accurate.
that might work.
Also, again, depends on the direction it's supposed to fall.
Yeah, magic might work.
I'm really just thinking about just sneaking in and seeing if I die.
Yeah, that's the reason Shinju doesn't want to go with the hip sneaky method is because it's so easy. Like one failure anywhere, and Kip is trapped and dead. Period.
Considering you get melee locked and I can't just run away like a psycho, yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks. It'd be one thing if I could just run away like a psycho.
Oh, what am I doing? I can just give my frog 10-meter range.
On top of the extra range he already has,
No, I can just give him range 1 on his melee attacks with demon arm.
I can just extend his tongue. I'll just
Yeah,
pull it out and
exactly.
stretch it.
yeah, I'd allow that.
Yeah, in that case, all we have to do is,
Get Froggy up there.
if you put Shinju and the frog can go up and start the pulls, and they won't be able to shoot past us because we'll be providing a skirmish barrier.
Well, with the first skeleton archer already had targeting, so it's safe to
Well-
assume these do too.
Yeah, but targeting doesn't give you Hawkeye. Hawkeye is
Yeah.
what lets you shoot past the skirmish.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, so
frog is buff, frog is strong.
What junk do we have in our party inventory?
What junk do you have in your trunk?
Yeah.
I'm not aware of anything heavy enough that we could give it a good shot.
We just have what? We have magic bones.
You know what would fix all of
Would
this?
help us.
If you had a cannon.
Yeah.
So, foregoing damage to instead pull them down with the tongue.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast my demon's arm on my frog. It will last a minute, so
Excellent.
All
10
right,
rounds to pull people down.
Yeah.
Kip, would you like to go ahead and roll your initiative?
If Shinju and the frog move up together, then Shinju should be able to soak at least half the attacks, even if they try to focus on the frog.
Hell.
Ah, I love I love the titles these guys got. Scared skeleton archer and helpless skeleton archer.
Yeah, that's a fucking lie.
Cost 4 MP, but that is worth it to move on from this challenge.
If I don't shoot, am I still stealthed?
Probably.
I
Yeah.
don't know how advanced combat works.
I just want to be here, right? Oh wait, you're 10.
10 meters.
Why is this in feet? Everything else is in meters.
Ah!
Why is it in feet? Why is it
Yeah, well,
imperial?
these squares should be 1 meter each, not feet.
Shush.
Isn't Sword World like based not in America?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
So pretend this is
Okay,
2
sorry.
meters away from the front.
There's like 3 countries that use feet. It could be one of the other 2.
To be fair, Sword World isn't based in any country on Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, just based in fantasy countries that also use meter. Because
Yes.
they're reasonable.
I just turned gray. I'm back.
There.
All right. Okay. Can everyone please back up?
You didn't put walls on this. I could see this, whatever that is.
Oh, there are walls there. They're
I
just
see right through it.
they're kind of fence walls. You're supposed to kind of see right through it.
There we go.
Okay.
Although one of them was supposed to have tighter walls. Hold on, I do need to fix that. But I can fix that for next session.
No, we're clearing this dungeon today.
It's almost 10.
We're gonna go really fast.
After this, it's all gonna take like 2 minutes tops.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
As long as
Good luck
it's
with that.
outdoors.
Yeah, let's just
Because I'm
pretend
not going
there's,
to be able to
an
stay
extra
terribly late tonight.
meter of separation right here. For Kip's sake,
Do what?
to keep Kip out of the skirmish because it's supposed to be a long hallway.
Yeah. Give me a sec. I can fix that.
No, you can't.
Because we want to have the skeletons drop down and then have enough space for Hannah to fit to run up and start smacking after our actions.
There you go, Kip. You can move your butt back.
Perfect. Okay, as preparatory action, Shinju's gonna Flowing Fortunes, everyone.
Oh no.
We're flowing.
Such
Looks
action.
like just the frog actually doesn't have it on currently.
He's not as fortunate.
There we go. Let me reset the fog of war. Alrighty.
Suddenly, I can see much further.
Okay, there's Kip.
Oh yeah, there's like a big empty space past the portcullises.
What'd you expect?
More tight little hallways that suck.
Ha! I have tricked you, sir. Anywho.
Do our sages get another roll at identifying skeletal weaknesses?
They do. And Kip, have you already rolled your initiative? Yes, you did. 16.
16.
Good news. These guys don't have a lot of initiative. You're probably going to win that regardless.
Monster knowledge, 13.
That is just enough to realize that these guys, when you hit them with HP magic, it does an additional 3 points of damage.
HP magic?
Healing magic.
Oh.
You can heal them to death.
Did you figure out what skeletons are yet?
Yeah, you figured out what the skeletons are.
Yep.
Or at least the
versus healing.
skeleton.
Can you throw heals at them?
Yes, I can.
That means Shinju now has a ranged attack.
Yeah, when our turns actually start, Shinju's probably going to start with I mean, she's had a range attack for a little bit, but she's probably going to open with the heal to try and draw aggro.
Alright, does anybody else have any pre-combat actions they'd like to take? Hannah?
Negative.
I'm assuming you're going to cast the, or not cast, but stratagem the thing.
Oh. Yeah, if we're going in loud, we're going in loud.
All right. Shinju and Frogman.
All right.
Flip.
Shinju will start with the casting Cure Heal. Okay. Because she thinks this will actually save her MP in the long run. Oof. Unfortunate.
Don't forget, you only have to cast the heal check once.
I know. So she's targeting both of them, so they both need to roll to resist.
And the resist check will be against the 11.
No, the 9.
Why would it be against the...
The 11's a frog.
Yeah.
Oh, what did the frog do? Okay, my bad.
Demonic action chart.
Okay, never mind then. They both resist.
Wow, they have a lot of will.
Not that it matters. That's still a pretty good roll.
So they take half of 21 before they take their +3.
So I took 13.
So do half.
And then +3.
Why did it... That is not half. Did we
Half
both
of
hit
21.
half?
I did not touch anything.
Alright, so half of 21 is 10 plus
And
3.
magical damage.
Yes.
Oh,
You can apply.
Oh, they're dead.
Nope, there's
Frog,
still...
frog.
Do a flip.
Alright, what was the demonic action chart for?
Make sure he didn't fuck off and do his own thing.
Ah, that's fair. Yes.
He is naive.
Jeremiah?
Yeah. Jeremiah 37.
Jeremiah the 37th is very amused with your plan and definitely wants to contribute. He lashes out with his tongue.
None.
Blech. Which one? This one.
Yeah, the one I'm targeting. Well,
Dodges behind the crenellation.
you know, if they're just straight up weak to magic, like they don't have any magic defense.
Unless it specifies otherwise, usually things don't have magic defense.
Hey, my abyssal armor gives me magic defense.
Yes, your abyssal armor gives you magic defense, and I'm sure if I threw a Baba Yaga at you guys, I'd have some magic defense. Skelly Bobs, no.
I wouldn't.
I mean,
Alright, anywho.
I think you can still shoot if you want to beat past us.
Yeah, y'all aren't
We're
in a
not in a
skirmish,
skirmish.
so you can shoot past them, no
That
problem.
doesn't matter anyway. I can shoot through skirmishes.
Oh, Mr. Kip with the Hawkeye.
Ugh. I'm gonna give myself Vorpal Weapon, so that way I can do more damage. Yeah, there we go. I'll just take all of them. I want all of them.
Do skeletons have a head for Vorpal weapons?
No.
Can they go
But it
snickety
does-
snack?
I think it's more important is does losing their head matter to them?
No. At least there's nothing in the thing that says that it matters.
I'm gonna shoot at Scare Skeleton because he's scared. Oh, he's fucking doomed.
I think he dodged.
How do you know I was there?
Do they not get an evasion? Oh no, right. They get a -4.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. This game has a weird way of doing stealth, so.
You want to call it 4 and keep moving?
Yeah, let's call it a 4 and keep moving.
Huzzah! Feels like a stealth critical hit.
Basically,
Except you
yes.
can't crit the skeletons because
Oh yeah, you can't crit with yours. I'm sorry, mate, but you
Sweet.
just
Not
lost
blunt
6
weapons.
points.
It's bullshit. Oh, you can click no crit, and I guess it will reverse it back.
Oh, will it? Hold on.
It's still 15.
Mhm.
Very well done.
We just crit repeatedly like this, or roll high enough that it could be a crit, we might just outright kill him.
Kim and Hannah?
I don't really want to waste MP.
I've got no range without burning MP, and I really don't want to waste MP either.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I've already got my frog. I'm good.
All right.
Reasonable choices.
So one of the skeletons will use its major action to interact with the door, closing the far portcullis.
Bastard.
The one closest to you is still open. The other one will take its action to target
The person obliterated with healing magic, right?
Actually, yes. Because you have the biggest aura. Right now, you are the biggest aura in his face. So, dodge.
I tried. Okay.
I'd like to say the arrow buried itself in you, but we know better. That is there.
Off her exposed stomach because she don't care.
Your turn.
She's just gonna Floating Fortunes 2 and then activate. Oh, what's it called?
Pain and suffering?
Careful guard. Ooh, not on them. Can you unactivate that from them?
No, they have careful guard now.
They're carefully guarded by you.
But yeah.
I'm
now,
getting mixed messages.
That's all Shinju has to do this time.
Okay. Naive familiar frog, whose token I will now update so it doesn't do those things. Oh crap, it won't let me do that. Hold on. Go ahead, but you guys. There it is.
I'll shoot the skeleton again.
Scared skeleton, roll it.
Hits.
There we go.
Oh my god.
How?
Holy frick.
The
I
one
hate
time,
skeletons.
the one time you crit, it's just like all against these skeletons.
Actually,
I'm
One
doing my
skeleton dead.
Kip's third critical power roll tonight.
That is Kip's third critical power roll tonight.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna attempt to drag the skeleton down again.
It'll hit.
Hey!
All right. Make me a. Oh right, you don't have a strength here.
He doesn't have stats.
Right.
That's why I said just foregoing the damage roll.
That's sad.
Boom. Wait, is he going?
Kimiosa go punch. Blam.
All right. This
Does he
is
have a-
now a skirmish.
No.
Hold on. I actually have to increase the skirmish size.
Come on.
Oh, there's.
Haha.
Perfect.
Nope. There's more people in the skirmish now.
It's the magic self-expanding skirmish effect.
Bastard. Oh, I can just walk out. What are you talking about?
It's mostly for things like, I'm targeting this skirmish area for a fireball sort of thing.
Don't you fucking say that.
Wait, the other dead archer's in it. It gets one bigger.
No, it doesn't.
Oh
It doesn't contribute if he's dead.
no!
It doesn't contribute if he's re-dead. Undead. You get what I mean.
Continuing on.
Hannah and Kim, you guys still have a go.
Here goes nothing. Chain attack.
Hit him with the chains.
I call him 2 Chains because he wears 2 chains.
Tally goes to defender, right?
Yep.
Of course it does. Really?
Unfortunate.
I like that it rolled a 7 twice.
Bonk will begin now.
It is the bonkening.
That's a better number.
Holy
Yeah.
crap. That is 1 shy of a crit.
Yeah, that's
That is enough.
done.
Oh, I
Hannah, what's your
targeted
HP,
myself
Joe?
with that damage.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that happened.
Oddly enough, it's the correct amount of damage.
There you go.
Still up. Everybody's gone?
Yep.
Guess who's in this skirmish?
Nobody.
Skeleton.
Guess who else is in this skirmish?
The
Give him a
frog?
shield.
Kip.
I didn't do anything to this man. Why is he shooting me?
Hey, Kip, do your kobold thing to Shinju.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think I get a choice.
Oh, wait.
Oh yeah.
I forgot you had the cobalt thing.
Well yeah. I'll disregard. Hit someone else.
You did get to pick.
The GM will change the target to another creature to the extent that the game rules allow. Pick someone else.
Come on, Shinju's right here.
Shinju is the biggest aura after Kip.
Oh, you fucking paladin.
Why are you mad? Isn't that what you wanted?
No, I love paladins. I'm just. That's not gonna hit. See,
No, it's not.
Twang.
Shinju with like just a little bit more evasion than me avoids all attacks.
All right, your turn.
I'm not wasting another arrow. Or coral, sorry. I forgot what they're called.
Or 3 MP to replace your quarrel.
Shinju will just hammer smash.
With one that I have in my backpack, yeah. Shut up.
Seriously.
So stupid.
I think that hits.
He could roll a crit too.
He still gets his evasion.
Oh, but if he doesn't have if he has a higher, nope.
Just a gentle tap.
Now wait, if it's wholly inclined.
That was oddly enough just enough to kill it, though.
Oh,
Oh.
you could just hit it with the healing part of the holy mace.
Remember,
Yeah, does my light damage not get through whatever they got going on? I don't know. I don't know how it works.
it's light damage, not HP recovery damage.
Imagine if your mace did healing
It
damage.
it actively specifies HP recovery, deals damage instead, +3.
That reminds me of the bladed feather whip. What was that? Is that a 5e item?
Anywho, this is a good enough spot as any to stop for the evening. Oh, after we do the loots.
Hopefully this isn't a really long link. I'm sorry for this. Oh, it is.
Somebody roll the loot.
We got magical bones!
Woohoo!
Nope. Oh, well, yeah, one magic bone and one sturdy bone.
What do you mean no? Yeah, you can't take away our bone, do you?
I gave you 2
Yeah.
bones. One's magical and one's sturdy.
Alright.
Dim bones,
All right.
sturdy bones,
Experience.
dim
Don't
bones,
say that.
magic
Yeah.
bones. All right, 500 experience because clearly we have not finished the dungeon for the evening.
We're talking about we got through the door. Oh wait, no, we didn't.
Yeah,
You haven't. That's the problem.
we made it. We made it through the sewer.
Through the door.
Yeah, the sewer.
500
was
to everybody?
Its own thing. That we
Hold on,
passed
I'm still
through.
mathing. Major story beat. Finally meeting Cogsworth. 3 times 4. That's going to be 1,200 for... Or, not 1,200, wow. 120
1200
For-
sounds pretty good. I'll take that number.
for the thing. 60 for the rats. 30 for that pack leader. 760.
Did you not get any fumbles today?
The only person who's gotten fumbles has been Kim Yosa.
God damn.
Lucky bastard.
And he got 2. That's an extra 100 for Kim. If he hasn't already added it to his sheet.
Already got it.
Alrighty, as we end out this recording, thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell us what we did wrong. Tell us what we did right. Let us know how you like the game.
I mean, I have to get
Yeah,
to my tower.
everyone, I hope you enjoyed your
Chaos.
year of
Oh.
last year. This one's gonna be a doozy, so stick
Yes.
with us. We'll be around.
I almost forgot about that as well. Welcome to the new year, everyone. I'd like to say new year, new campaign, but we started the campaign at the end of last year.
Alright,
Let's go
I'm
off for
gonna
this
hop
whole year.
off for the night. Bye.
Take it easy, Hannah.
Bye.
22 strength. I think I need 24 for the.
Yeah, you need 24.
Oh,
Yeah.
I only need 640 more experience to add another level.
640 experience more than Shinju.
Well, I mean, to add another level to one of my classes.
Oh.
Kim, don't forget to do your
Gross.
growth.